my phone still ain't ringing, I assume it still ain't you. Well, I've had a mind to take the time to find somebody new, but I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. If I repeat myself, it's cause I've nothing else to do, and I'm not too sure that I'm still over you. I'm not too sure that I'm still over you.
AM 1380 WYSH Clinton, WYSH FM 101.1, W266 AM Clinton, WQLA AM 960.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Friday Night Scoreboard Show. My name is Chase Clem, and welcome in to the Friday Night Scoreboard Show, presented by Mulch and More. Mulch and More is moving to 3901 Rome State Highway in Midtown, right across from the Rome County Highway Department. Mulch and More, a full-service landscape center with items such as mulch, sand, creek rock, river rock, mountainside mist, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates. Guys, Mulch and More does it all. They'll come out, give a free estimate. Give Gary a call at 865-740-5229. Give Gary a call, Mulch and More, 865-740-5229. Guys, we've got a lot of scores to go over tonight. We've got high school football from all over the area. We've got the Tennessee Vols playing Monday. College football started last night with Ohio State and Indiana, a couple other games. But before we get to that, I want to bring to you a greater subject that is going on right now. As many of you know, there have been tons of families and lives affected by the Hurricane Harvey down in Houston. And guys, that far exceeds any football game that we're ever going to talk about tonight. There's people that have been abandoned, have to abandon their homes, put up in shelters, and they have lost everything. So if you have a way to give through a church, a civic organization, a school, whatever it may be, I challenge you to give. Love thy neighbor, give to those, help out those in Houston, Texas. There's some way, guys, there's a lot of drop-off areas, there's a lot of things going on to raise awareness for that. In Rome County right now, currently, there's a Rome Cares event going on. We're trying to get Rome County to rally together to fill up a tractor trailer full of water, diapers, socks, peanut butter, anything the people in Houston may need. And guys, we're going to load that up in a week and take it down to Houston. So I challenge all of Rome County, help get that truck filled up. There's multiple drop zones throughout Rome County. Get in touch with a local leader, a church leader. See what you can do to help out those people in Texas. Guys, let's run through some final scores. Bearden over Jefferson County, 23-0. West Green defeats Claiborne, 21-6. In a pretty big defeat, Eagle Land Christian Academy defeats Catholic 55-6. I've lost the Catholic score. Sullivan South wins 28-14 over Granger County. Cofield with an impressive win over Harriman 48-7. Alcoa defeats Scott County 42-0. Grace Christian Academy defeats Boyd Buchanan 42-3. Greenback with a shutout tonight. They beat Sunbright 48-0. Greenville defeats Union County 62-7. Tyner was victorious over Polk County tonight 36-22. Ensworth defeats Webb by a score of 35-14. Meigs County defeats Cumberland Gap 42-6. Anderson County with a healthy win over Hickson County 60-7. Austin East, this game just went final with a final score of 36-6 against Kingston. Morristown East with a win over Cherokee 39-6. West over Carnes tonight 38-6. And Fulton 35-8. I've lost who they play. I didn't write it down. Fulton over Powell 35-8. Guys, our phone lines are wide open. If you have scores that we haven't gone over yet, give us a call at 866-483-8112 or dial toll free at 866-412-8112. Again, my name is Chase Clem, and again, welcome you if you're just tuning in to the Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Again, it's brought to you by Mulch & More. Mulch & More moving to 3901 Rome State Highway in Midtown, across from the Rome County Highway Department, right next to the co-op. Mulch & More full-service landscape center with items such as mulch, sand, straw bales, fence posts, farm gates, and also backhoe and dump truck services available. They also offer house and building demolition, which means they can tear it down and haul it off. They'll give you a free estimate today. Give them a call. Call Gary, 865-740-5229. Guys, call us in with your scores. We're going to hit a quick commercial break. The phone lines are wide open. I'm Chase Clem, going to be joined by my buddy Alex Harvey momentarily. He's just walked in the studio, coming off of a big win tonight, Wartburg over Sunbright, 42-0. Sounds right? No, not at all. Big win, though, for Wartburg tonight. No, totally wrong. We're going to catch a break. Give us a call at 865-483-8112. I'm Chase Clem. This is the Friday Night Scoreboard.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
If you play team sports, you want the best gear and the top name brands. That's why at Reno Sporting Goods, we offer the best and safest gear from top manufacturers like Adidas, Russell, Wilson, and more. Reno Sporting Goods, your team dealer.
Attention, all hunters, outdoorsmen, and preppers.
It's military surplus time at Hammers. You'll find over 20 different worldwide Army surplus items like ghillie suits, U.S. and Swiss sleeping bags, German safety vests, combat shirts, and more, priced from 99 cents to $69.95. Plus, there's our most popular item, 12x12 camo nets. Hurry, quantities are limited.
At ease. Now hurry to Hammers.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Rome County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Scoreboard. My apologies, I completely butchered the Wartburg score. Joined by my host,
Aaron Harvey.
Butchered his name too.
Yeah.
It's a bad night, guys.
It's okay.
Where have you been so far, Aaron? And tell us about the games.
We were at the Wartburg game. Wartburg played Oneida. Very tough Oneida team, as always. Coach Tony Lambert always has those guys ready to play. And really, Wartburg just doesn't have enough to compete with an Oneida team that's going to throw out 4 or 5 guys that can just run it down your throat. Giant line, that's what they like to do. And so Wartburg falls tonight, final score 42-0. I would have liked to have said that Wartburg got a big shutout victory tonight like Chase tried to give them.
I was trying hard.
That's not the case, though. That's not what ended up happening. Wartburg actually went down tonight 42-0. Saw a lot of final scores around the area. Some interesting scores early in the night I was noticing. Some teams that we expected to win were trailing early in the game. One of those, I don't want to say this because I know there are a lot of Kingston fans that watch this, but I expected Austin East to beat Kingston. Well, Kingston goes out to an early lead. I think now Austin East has the lead.
It's gone final.
It has gone final.
36-6.
So how about Coach Brian Pankey brought those Yellow Jackets out, very competitive with the Roadrunners tonight, but Kingston ultimately falls to Austin East. It would have been a huge victory for Coach Pankey, but unable to get it. So Kingston falls to Austin East.
Like I said, Kingston, the first 2 games, they had trouble coming out and getting the lead.
Yeah.
They were slow. This week, they come out. I think they held the lead for most of the first half, 6-0, and it was the back end, probably the probably just got wore down. I mean,
Yeah.
that's an Austin East team, like I said, that we expected to win.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're like me, if we're being honest, probably didn't expect Kingston to go in a full half with the lead. You know, and so that's a good win. Brian Pankey, fully support that man and the job he does at Kingston with the Yellow Jackets. They're 2-1 on the season. Like we talked about last week, they're coming out with a big rivalry week next week. They travel to Rockwood, and you never know what's going to happen in that game.
Yeah, Oak Ridge, another score that I think was surprising. Has that one gone final yet? Do we know?
No, we do not know.
Okay, so we're going to check on that Oak Ridge score, and I'm sure we'll get a phone call from our friend Alex Myers, who's on the play-by-play broadcast for Oak Ridge High School. So we'll figure out how that one went tonight. They played Campbell County, I believe. So, and I think I heard that Oak Ridge had taken the lead in that one, but Campbell County had an early lead in that game as well. So I know Maryville bounced back and got a win, I saw. So
a couple other final scores. Carter defeats Seymour 23-15, and it was Sweetwater over McMinn Central 39-20. Nate Brackett and the Rockwood Tigers, with 6 minutes and 38 seconds, just scored a touchdown to take the lead, 26-13. That's going to be a big win if the Tigers are able to hang on. Traveling to Rockwood, I don't know how. Traveling to Tellico tonight, I don't know what the confidence level was. Rockwood's been dealt a lot of injuries so far this year. Seem to always have somebody beaten, banged up. So for them to go on the road, play a late game, and it start till 8 o'clock tonight, for them to get a win tonight would be huge.
And anytime you can go on the road and win, it is a big win, especially early in the season. You want to get those wins because that can help carry momentum into the rest of your schedule. So that would be big for Coach John Webb and the Rockwood Tigers to pull that one off.
And it looks like our phone lines are lighting up. Let's take our first caller. We're going to try to. Caller, you're on the air. They gone.
Just kidding.
Got you there.
Well,
full of jokes tonight. Morgan County, big win tonight. Cofield defeats Harriman 48-7.
That game was never close.
No.
That game was never close. Coalfield is just an animal. They got a huge senior class led by Eastern Kentucky commit Parker McKinney at quarterback, and also a great defensive player as well, as he's shown. So Coalfield is going to be a force to be reckoned with in Region 2 Single A. And Harriman rebuilding, lost a lot last year. Started out the season really well, but again, just ran into that buzzsaw tonight with Coalfield.
Let's get some finals here. It was Midway 37-14 over Oakdale. I know that's a big win. You know, like I said, Midway loses a heartbreaker the first week. I think they edged out a win last week, so it looks like they're building a little momentum going into week 4 with the big win over the Oakdale Eagles.
What was that final?
37-14.
So how about Coach Ryan Minton and the Midway Green Wave getting that win over Oakdale? Oakdale started the season 2-0, and that offense was just roaring. It was alive. And so that is a huge win for Midway, and that's a win they had to have if they're going to try to make the playoffs in that really tough region that they are in.
Tell me, you're the Morgan County expert. Is Oakdale, are they still spread it out, throw it down the field?
Oh yeah, they're gonna try to throw for 300 yards every night if they can do it. So
they're going to try to outscore you.
They are. You can give us a call if you want to, 483-8112, 865-483-8112. We welcome your phone calls. We want to know where you were tonight. Did you see high school football? Are you at home watching college football? Because there are some games on right now, and last I checked, there were some good teams getting beat right now.
Well, you know, last night it was Ohio State and Indiana.
Yeah.
And Indiana comes out.
Boy, they
have the lead.
They were on fire.
Fired up.
Yeah.
And Ohio State just kept creeping back, and it was tied. And I said, I'm going to stay up and watch this game. By the time I did, Ohio State 2 touchdowns in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
And that game was over.
And that's what good teams do. I think Washington's in a dogfight right now. Washington preseason ranked 6th in the nation. And also Wisconsin with a preseason ranking of 10, trailing right now in the first half. So we do have a caller on the air, so we're going to put them on. You were on the Mulchmore Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
Yes. Did you all get the Catholic score?
I know Catholic
got beat 55
to 10.
55 to 10. That Eagle Landing Christian Academy, a very, very good football team.
Evidently they are. I think they was defending state champs.
Yeah, I don't think I knew coming into that game all the Catholic fans knew that was a good football team. Not sure many people knew that they were that good of a football team.
Yeah, they must be really good.
So who does Catholic have next week? Do you know that?
I really don't know.
Okay.
But I'll find out.
All right. Appreciate your call. We're going to get in the next one.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Call, you're on the air.
Yes, the Campbell County Oak Ridge score was 17-15, Oak Ridge.
Then that's going final? Is that going final, sir?
I'm going to assume yes.
Awesome. Got to be. So that's a big win. Anytime you win a close football game, especially a low-scoring game,
yeah,
probably very tiring on a team.
I know. I know Campbell County. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, you're fine. Hey.
I know Campbell County led that game 9-0 early, and Oak Ridge rattled off 17 straight points to take the 17-9 lead. And so I'm guessing Campbell County scored a touchdown, went for 2 to tie, and did not get that 2-point conversion. So it is the Wildcats of Oak Ridge edging out Campbell County after trailing that one early by 9 points.
And I'm sure we'll hear more from our friend
Alex Myers.
Alex Myers coming up. Let's take the next call. Call, you're on the air.
Yes, that was a final. Oak Ridge 17-15. Campbell County scored late with a little less than 2 minutes left, went for 2 and didn't get it.
Awesome. That's a big win for Oak Ridge. Who does Oak Ridge have next week?
I really don't know. I'll find out.
All right, you're the man. I appreciate it.
All right.
Another score that's gone final, South Dual 20 over Gibbs 12.
All right.
Like I said, phone line's a lot harder than last week. Last week it was a struggle.
Yeah, you get that initial excitement for high school football because it's week 1. Everybody's playing for the first time, and you want to know how's the rest of the season going to go. And so week 2 is a little bit, less exciting. But now some teams are getting into region play. And so there is a lot to be excited about because we wonder, you're already playing these games that could determine whether or not you make the playoffs. So
they're blowing up tonight. Call, you're on the air.
Yes, next week Oak Ridge plays Farragut.
And that's a pretty big rival game for Oak Ridge, isn't it? Being that close.
Yeah.
Awesome. Rockwood now up 33-13 with 5 minutes and 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So that game looks to be in the bag for John Webb and the Tigers. A lot of momentum being built.
Good win for Rockwood tonight over Tellico Plains.
Another game gone final. It was Hardin Valley 44 over Heritage 26. Hardin Valley, a really new school for the most part. Now they've been playing football for a little bit now, but they're new into the county. It's amazing to see a big school like that already making a big impact.
Yeah, and really tough schedule. Started out the season 0-2, so the first win for Hardin Valley comes tonight and in a big way.
Guys, our phone lines are wide open. Give us a call at 865-483-8112 or call toll-free 866-412-8112. This is the Mulch and More Friday Night Scoreboard. We're going to catch a quick break and pay some bills. Give us a call. Guys are wide open, 865-483-8112. This is the Mulch and More Friday Night Scoreboard.
Ladies, it's football time at Hammer Stores and time to show the colors of your favorite college team. Hurry to Hammers and get ready for the big weekend games, the tailgate parties, or game day Fridays at work. Choose from top labels sold in better specialty stores and upscale department stores. Put together a dressy two-piece outfit or go casual with a beautiful top and jeans. Shop Hammers and get set for kickoff now.
That was me, way back when. Some things have really changed over the years, but some things have gotten even better, like Reno's customer service. It's faster, friendlier, and we offer the name brands you ask for. East Tennessee's team dealer, Reno's Sporting Goods.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Get yourself unchained from large pharmacies. Shop and support your local independent pharmacies in our hometowns. In Kingston, shop Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. Keep our money local to help our community. Your independent pharmacies help support local high school sports, local civic groups, little leagues, marching bands, annual staffs, yearbooks, and other school clubs and activities. Remember, in Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. In Kingston, visit Kinzer Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. The next time you have prescription need, try your local hometown independent pharmacy. We were here for you before the chains, and we're here for you now. In Kingston, Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, support Live and Let Live Drugstore. Be sure to spend your dollars locally. And please support our young people of today because they will be our leaders tomorrow.
Welcome back, folks, to the Friday Night Scoreboard, brought to you by Mulch and More. Starting in September, today, there will be moving to 3901 Roane State Highway in Midtown, across from the Roane County Highway Department and the co-op. Guys, they specialize in pretty much anything you need: straw bales, fence posts, sand, pea gravel. Guys, if whatever you need, give Gary a call at 865-740-5229. Guys, we had them blowing up while we were off air on commercial. We had to go on and take them. We've got a caller right now. Caller, go ahead.
Yes, did you get the Austin East Kingston game?
Austin East defeated Kingston tonight 36-6. Kingston.
You know Kingston led 6-0 at halftime?
Yeah, we were actually talking about that. That was we had said that up to this game, the first two games, Kingston struggled to come out of the gates and get going and get a lead. And tonight they were able to get the lead and couldn't hold on in the second half.
Right.
So even though that defeat was not good, 36-6, you still see some improvement in the first half, which might give you a little bit of confidence going into next week against Rockwood.
Right. Oak Ridge's next game is at Farragut, and Catholic is at Cleveland, I believe.
Dennis, you are the man with all the knowledge. We appreciate you calling in.
Hey, you're welcome, bud.
See you. Guys, our phone lines are open, 865-423-483-8112. We were off the air doing a little PG-13 Facebook Live talking about the Vols. We got a guy out for the year, Kirkland Jr. out for the year. We're already talking about, Georgia Tech got 2 hours extra of practice on this new field, so they've already have a quote-unquote advantage to this game Monday. What do you expect to happen Monday?
I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago too, because Georgia Tech is a special team in that they run that triple option. You don't see a lot of teams that do that a lot. It is good to have this game at the very beginning of the season because you have longer to prepare for it, and you can tell your team what to prepare for. Obviously, the loss of Darren Kirkland Jr. is a big one. He was expected to be one of, if not the best player on defense this season, I think. But I think you feel okay with the linebacker depth that Tennessee has, but you just can't lose any more of those guys. So that will be a big loss, but it is what it is. And also, Drew Richmond, projected starting offensive lineman, is suspended for this first game against Georgia Tech. So that's another player that's down. But I really, honestly, because this team has been so revamped, I don't know if there's a way you can know what to expect from the Vols on Monday night. You know what you're going to get out of Georgia Tech. They take their 1, 2, and 3-star players, and they beat you with
over the long run
technique and the way that they play offense, because it is so unique. They also beat you with cut blocking, which is just awful. But anyway, I think Tennessee is going to come out, and you're going to have a lot of guys that want to prove that they know how to play the game of football, and I think that's going to help out Tennessee in the opener.
Another player we might not see a whole lot of is Shy Tuttle. You know, Shy Tuttle hadn't been healthy his whole time here, and I think he's still getting healthy. And I bet if they can, they'll try to save him, let him give him one more week to rest up and get ready.
Yeah, I would say so.
And even they might even snowball that into the Indiana State game, where you hope you don't need, all of your good players.
Yeah, that's a game that Tennessee should be able to win, the Indiana State game. So that might be something that happens and get him ready for conference play. So I don't know.
Just wait and see.
It should be fun to watch.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I just wanted to say go Tigers, and birthday shout out to Priscilla Martin.
Hey, were you able to go to the football game tonight, caller?
No, I was at Texas Roadhouse.
All right, well, I hope you had a good time at Texas Roadhouse, and hopefully they didn't get you up on that saddle and yeehaw because it was your birthday.
It was Priscilla Treyway's birthday. That's all.
All right, goodbye. You think they'd screen some of these crazy folks that call?
Hey, you know what? I'll help out. Happy birthday, Priscilla Treadway. And go Tigers.
Side note, I was at that Texas Roadhouse before I came.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
what'd you have?
I had chicken. Not getting again. I diverted from the normal chicken salad.
Oh, yeah?
Sticking with it. Stick to your guns. Stay with what you know, folks. That's free advice. Free life advice for me tonight.
Texas Roadhouse is a good place to be a man.
Solid.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to peanuts, though.
Oh, man, that's not good.
So
Texas Roadhouse also a good place to watch a football game.
That's true. A lot of TVs, a lot of places. You can stream. You can stream at TV, and nobody's probably going to say anything.
That's right. We need you to call in so we don't have to talk about Texas Roadhouse. 483-8112, 483-8112.
Back to what you said about preparing for Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
It is good. You've had the entire offseason. You saw what Butch Jones did in a bowl game when he had that big layover to prepare for a team. We blow them out, opposed to having 7 days to get ready for the triple option.
Yeah, that's right. And Butch Jones's record, whether it is at Central Michigan or Cincinnati or Tennessee, his record when he has 2 or more weeks to prepare for an opponent is very, very good. And so I like Tennessee's chances. I think I saw today, the line today was they were 3-point favorites over Georgia Tech. So I think a lot of people in Vegas are scared to touch this game, and you don't know really where to put a line because there is a lot of unknowns. First off, you don't know what to expect out of Tennessee because the team is just, there's so much turnover. But you also don't know what to expect out of Georgia Tech, in that you don't know how the opposing team can handle something like the triple option. So it is a scary game, and it is going to be full force because it's Labor Day, Monday, 8 p.m., all alone by itself. The whole nation's going to be watching on ESPN. So I guess it's a good time to step up for either one of those teams.
Like I said, if the Vols are laying 3 points for recreational purposes only, I think I would take the Vols to cover the 3 points against Georgia Tech. I think it's going to be a close game, though. I don't think we're blowing them out.
Yeah. Well, if I remember last year, Appalachian State gave Tennessee a run for its money. And one way that they were able to do that is they established a run game, and they kept Tennessee's offense off the field. And so I didn't feel like the offense was able to get going. Georgia Tech is going to try to do the same thing. They're going to try to control the clock. They're going to try to run the football. establish offense, keep Tennessee's offense off the field. And if they're able to do that, then, yeah, there's a really good chance it's a very good game. But if I were a betting man, I would take Tennessee in the points. And, it could be a 4-point game, could be a 5-point game. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout. I'm just saying I would take Tennessee in the points.
And Georgia Tech has a local, Rome County, Brent Mitchell plays for Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
I'm going to butcher his position up. He's a defensive player from Rome County, went to Rockwood, graduated from Webb. So, he was able to display his talents, was able to get a scholarship to Webb. Actually, turned down isn't the right word probably, but chose not to go to the University of Tennessee.
Yeah.
He's doing engineering, doing a couple of things down there. Now he's at Georgia Tech. So it's kind of like a homecoming for Brent Mitchell, even though the game was in Atlanta, getting to play probably the team that he grew up admiring.
Yeah. My wife's brother-in-law is a Georgia Tech grad. And so my wife's sister is a big Vols fan. So I'm wondering how that household is going to be on Monday night. But you're talking about Brent Mitchell. I can't remember what game it was, but last year he made a game-saving interception. Or was that a couple years ago?
Last year. We'll call it last year.
Anyway, making some noise at Georgia Tech, which is good to see. I don't care if they're playing Tennessee. I'm a big Vols fan. I don't care to tell you. But, even if they're playing Tennessee, I like seeing local kids do well.
And you want to see another pro move? Speaking of transition, making some noise. Our phone lines are making some noise. Caller, you're on the air. That was a complete and utter disaster. Caller, call back. We'll get you on the air. But, yeah, big homecoming for a guy like Brent Mitchell. Any kind of local kid that gets to play a team they grow up admiring, the Vols. I can think of back to some players who chose not to go and come back. And it's just something probably that you look forward to.
It is. And, he's going to play. He wants to show out for the team that was in his backyard. And so I wish him luck. I hope he makes a few plays. Not too many plays, but
just
a few.
Just enough to make ESPN.
Yeah, that's right.
Caller, you're on the air.
Y'all already talking Tennessee football. Tennessee gets beat by 14. They can't stop the run. If they try to stop the run, they're going to throw it down their throats.
So, are you a Georgia Tech fan?
No, I'm a Tennessee fan.
I've
got tattoos of Tennessee, go Vols, and all that sort of good stuff.
So you would give me Tennessee in 14 points.
Tennessee get beat by 14. They can't stop the run.
If you're giving me Tennessee in 14 points, I'm
ask David Quainer what I think about Tennessee. He'll tell you I'm a Tennessee fan, but I know Tennessee football. I just like last year, I said they'd get beat by 40 by Alabama. They got beat by 39.
Well, that's pretty. I mean, I could have told you to Bama by 40 against the Vols.
But Tennessee can't stop the run. They're last in place for the stop and runnage last year, and it's going to be the same thing this year.
Well, if you're giving me Tennessee in 14 points, I've got a deed to a farm I'm going to meet you to after the show, and we're going to place that bet.
You don't know where I'm at.
We'll meet up somewhere with that kind of action.
It is what it is. I call it like I see it.
All right. Well, hey, thank you for calling us. What game are you looking forward to?
Harriman got beat, but Hopeville has a good football team.
Yeah, that was a tough game for Harriman. I know you probably don't. Sometimes you just play teams that are better, and I think Cofield just the better team in that matchup.
Right. It's always like that.
So, well, is there another college football game that you're looking forward to this weekend?
No.
No, just them balls.
Only if I sit down and look at it, Florida over Michigan probably. Alabama, see who they're playing.
Florida State.
Yeah, that's another win for Alabama.
Is anybody going to give Alabama any competition this year?
No.
A man, a few words. Hey, thanks for calling. We appreciate it. Give us a call back later tonight.
Good.
All right. That's what we need, strong, opinionated calls.
I like it. I mean, he's putting it out there. He didn't give you a chicken answer. He didn't chicken out at all. He said Tennessee's going to get beat by 14. Guess what? He's going to call back on Friday, and he's going to be right or he's going to be wrong. He could be right. If Tennessee could get beat by 14, it could be.
And if there's one man that can say more without saying anything, it's Tennessee head football coach.
Butch Jones.
Butch Jones. What a guy.
Yeah.
I envision him sometimes ordering off the menu, what we have to eat, and it taking 45 minutes to order and still not knowing what he wants to eat.
Yeah, and that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. And so ultimately, it's about winning football games. And so this year, he's got to put up or shut up.
And I think Butch Jones has done a great job taking our program from where it was.
I do too.
So here we go. And it's done that again. Let's try it again. Carl, you're on the air.
Yeah, while we're on the subject of college football, Navy is beating Florida Atlantic Lane Kiffin.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
13 starting the fourth quarter. And Washington leads Rutgers 20-7.
Okay.
Give me that Florida Atlantic score one time. I was talking over you. I'm sorry.
35-13 Navy.
Well.
Starting the fourth quarter.
Well, go Navy. Beat any team Lane Kiffin coaches.
There you go.
Thank you. One score of interest has gone final. Rockwood 33 over Tellico 13. So maybe, just maybe, we can get Coach John Webb to give us a call tonight. He should feel pretty good about that win. I may be able to get him on the phone lines after a break.
I don't believe it. I'm challenging you. Get John Webb on this program.
All right, well, guys, we're going to catch a quick break and pay some bills. This is the Friday Night Scoreboard brought to you by Mulch & More. Give Gary a call today, 865-740-5229. This is the Friday Night Scoreboard.
If you didn't buy your rugs at Hammers, you paid too much.
Hammers buyers search the South rug markets every month for special deals on area and room size rugs, like these in traditional, oriental, and contemporary design. Choose from high quality heat set rugs, olefins or wool. Plus, there's always a special selection of kitchen and bathroom rugs for $288. Remember,
Don't pay too much. Buy your rugs at Hammers.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
Get yourself unchained from large pharmacies. Shop and support your local independent pharmacies in our hometowns. In Kingston, shop Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. Keep our money local to help our community. Your independent pharmacies help support local high school sports, local civic groups, little leagues, marching bands, annual staffs, yearbooks, and other school clubs and activities. Remember, in Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. In Kingston, visit Kinzer Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. The next time you have prescription need, try your local hometown independent pharmacy. We were here for you before the chains, and we're here for you now. In Kingston, Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, support Live and Let Live Drugstore. Be sure to spend your dollars locally. And please support our young people of today because they will be our leaders tomorrow.
Welcome into the Mulch and More Friday Night Scoreboard Show. I'm Aaron Harvey. This is Chase Clem. We're inviting your phone calls, 483-8112, 865-483-8112. Something that we didn't do last week, Chase, that made me feel really bad. Our friend Johnathon Cox had a baby, and we didn't even mention it. And so I feel so bad about that. And so we're missing him. But he's enjoying time with his newborn, so congratulations to him.
We had a big week one. Do we have 4 people in here or just 3?
We ended up with 3 at a time, but we had 4 different
total.
People. Yeah.
How times have changed.
I know. And then, like, you have to open up the show 2 weeks in a row by yourself, you know. So, but high school football scores have gone final. Some college football on tonight. Some college football on last night, but really everything kicks off tomorrow. And if you want to talk about college football, one thing, one of our callers said that Florida would defeat Michigan, and Michigan lost a lot to the NFL draft. No college football team had more players drafted last year than Michigan. However, Florida has lost a lot of players, both to the draft and to suspension. And I want to talk about an interesting theory that got brought up this week. I think it was Eric Ainge that brought this up. Coach McElwain suspends all these players for the first 2 games of the season. Well, guess who game number 3 is against?
Them Vols.
Them Vols. And guess who's going to be fresh for them Vols for the first SEC football game for Florida? Mm-hmm. They're all going to be fresh. They're going to have fresh legs. No games, no competition.
And he's being a little Hugh Freeze, self-righteous. Oh, I didn't have to suspend these players. I could have let them, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's trying to pump them up. He's kind of laying the groundwork for some excuses if they drop to Michigan.
That's exactly right. So you take your players, you suspend them, so they're fresh for the SEC schedule, and you also build in an excuse to lose against Jim Harbaugh and Michigan. So, and that's just a theory. I'm not saying that's what happened. And if you've got if you are a Florida fan, you know, you want to call in, you want to rebut that, that's fine. Give us a call, 483-8112. I'd like to talk. I'd like to get your opinion on it because there might be some people out there saying, yeah, well, you know what, that's just smart strategy. I'm not going to disagree.
Hey, what do you think about Jim Harbaugh at Michigan? Are you a fan of the khakis and of some of the things that he does?
I think he's outrageous and he's fun to watch, but it is a little bit annoying. And I do think that there's a Harbaugh effect for the pollsters and voters because I think Michigan is not really ever as good as the polls make Michigan.
Well, you know, ESPN loves Michigan.
Yeah.
They love Ohio State. So anytime they're showing inkling of being, you know, they may be good, but anytime they might be pretty good, you know, ESPN's going to get behind them, give them that big push.
It's good for ratings. You know, people need the college football world needs the Big Ten to be strong because there's got to be somebody else other than the SEC. And the ACC's making that push. You know, Florida State won a championship in 2013. Clemson won it last year. So the ACC's making that push to be that team, but you need these conferences that are rich in football tradition to do well. And the Big 12 is struggling. The Big 10 is struggling. And really, it's the SEC from top to bottom better than everybody else. And again, the ACC's making a push to try to change that. And
when you think ACC, what do you think?
You're thinking basketball.
Basketball,
yeah, exactly. And so you need these football conferences to be strong. And so I do think that there is, because it's all subjective, you know, these AP voters, it's subjective. They say who they think is going to be good, and, you know, and the voters can decide whether or not a team gets into the playoffs. And well, we've got a college football playoff committee. Yeah, but you know they're watching the rankings. You know they are. because
they get shielded from it.
Yeah, come on. And so, if a team like Michigan has a very high preseason ranking, and they're playing against weak opponents, then they're going to keep their high ranking. That doesn't mean that they're a great team. It just means that they're ranked highly. And I think we saw that last year in the college football playoffs. Ohio State, I think a lot of people might have expected them to compete for a national championship. They got blown out in that first-round game. And then all of a sudden you're thinking, like, okay, so Ohio State has a really great game against Michigan, and so what's going on? Maybe Michigan and Ohio State were both overrated last year.
And if you remember, it was Jim Harbaugh that started the satellite camps.
Yeah.
They got everybody fired up, having a camp in Florida to try to recruit that area.
That's right.
And I'm going to try and take a phone call without messing it up. Caller, you're on the air.
Did Clinton win tonight?
Clinton. Who did they play tonight?
Who did they play tonight? Did they win?
I don't know if we have a final for Clinton. I'm not seeing one on the screen. I don't have a final on my list.
I'll see if I can look that up real quick.
Did you know who they were playing?
Yeah, I'm on cell phone.
We're going to get that. If you've got a Clinton final, give us a call in at 483-8112. We're going to find that score for you, sir. All right, thank you.
I'm not sure Clinton played tonight.
I think I may not have.
Clinton might not have played tonight.
Caller, you're on the air. Caller, you're on the air. Negative. Clinton did not play tonight, so on the bright side, Clinton did not get beat tonight. So Clinton was off.
Clinton was off.
All right, phone lines are wide open, guys, and they're ringing off the hook probably to tell us that Clinton was off.
We'll see.
Call, you're on the air.
Yes, you just answered that, Clinton. I was going to say that Clinton was off tonight.
What did we win?
You won a 6-pack of Pepsi.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Thank you, Dennis.
And
Go ahead.
college football tonight,
Yes.
if anybody's interested, Wisconsin is playing Utah State, and Wisconsin's number 9, and it's 10-10 at half.
That's good. That's kind of like that Indiana-Ohio State game we were talking about last night. That game, Indiana actually led up maybe into the fourth quarter before they were able to pull away. So
Yeah, I'd say Wisconsin will probably pull away, but right now it's 10-10.
they'll probably have a good come-to-Jesus meeting at halftime and come out and blow them out.
Yeah.
So you're right. Okay, see you later.
Thank you. You know, we talk about slow starts. That is not just a high school football thing only.
No, it's
You know,
not.
we see college teams all the time come out slow, and, you know, it's the first game of the college season. They're almost too amped up, almost too wired.
That's right.
And they come out and they make mental mistakes that they wouldn't normally make. And it takes them kind of a half to get calmed down and start playing real football. Call, you're on the air.
Could you give me Rockwood and Midway score, please?
Rockwood won 33-13, I believe. And then Midway won 37-14 against Oakdale. So Rockwood and Midway both won tonight.
All right. Thank you much, babe.
All right, thank you. We say we catch a quick break, go get a quick drink. Guys, our phone lines are wide open. Give us a call at 865-483-8112. We'll be right back. This is the Friday Night Scoreboard.
Ladies, it's football time at Hammer Stores and time to show the colors of your favorite college team. Hurry to Hammers and get ready for the big weekend games, the tailgate parties, or game day Fridays at work. Choose from top labels sold in better specialty stores and upscale department stores. Put together a dressy two-piece outfit or go casual with a beautiful top and jeans. Shop Hammers and get set for kickoff now.
That was me, way back when. Some things have really changed over the years, but some things have gotten even better, like Reno's customer service. It's faster, friendlier, and we offer the name brands you ask for. East Tennessee's team dealer, Reno's Sporting Goods.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Get yourself unchained from large pharmacies. Shop and support your local independent pharmacies in our hometowns. In Kingston, shop Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. Keep our money local to help our community. Your independent pharmacies help support local high school sports, local civic groups, little leagues, marching bands, annual staffs, yearbooks, and other school clubs and activities. Remember, in Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. In Kingston, visit Kinzer Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. The next time you have prescription need, try your local hometown independent pharmacy. We were here for you before the chains, and we're here for you now. In Kingston, Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, support Live and Let Live Drugstore. Be sure to spend your dollars locally. And please support our young people of today because they will be our leaders tomorrow.
Welcome back into the Friday night scoreboard show brought to you by Mulch and More. Give them a call. They are moving to 3901 Roane State Highway in Midtown this month. They've got the best topsoil in the area, all types of the best in the area. They've got sand, all types of gravel, pea gravel, loose or in bags, creek rock, river rock, fieldstone, backhoe and dump truck service available as well. Free estimates and delivery available. Call 865-740-5229. All you gotta do is ask for Gary. All right, we'd now like to welcome on to the program our friend Alex Myers, who is fresh off his broadcast with the Oak Ridge Wildcats. How are you doing, Alex?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing quite fine. So tell us about this Oak Ridge game. So the Wildcats go down 9-0 and are able to battle back. It sounds like it had a pretty exciting finish.
Yeah, it did indeed, and it was funny because of the first half was quite the contrary. You know, it was a close ball game, but it didn't feel like it. Campbell County kind of had its way with Oak Ridge offensively, even though they only put up 9 points. They could have scored twice, but one time they had to settle for a field goal, and they missed the extra point on their touchdown. That's how they got 9. Oak Ridge did little to nothing offensively for 80-90% of the first half. Late in the second half, they had 2 drives where they kind of got a little bit of momentum. One ended in a fumble, and the other one ended as the first half ended. Oak Ridge kicked a field goal attempt to try to get on the board with 2 seconds left and missed it, and it was basically an extra point. So you felt like Oak Ridge had a little bit of momentum, but really Campbell County just whipped Oak Ridge up and down the field, it felt like, for the first half of the ball game. Second half of the ball game, though, it was a totally different story. As Oak Ridge came out and they took the momentum that they got towards the end of the first half and built a couple nice drives, went down, scored once, scored again,
Campbell County had a rare mistake tonight. They played relatively mistake-free, and then late in the third quarter, I believe it was, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, Campbell County had the ball, but they were just kind of standing around early in the play clock waiting for the signal, and I don't know what happened, miscommunication or something, but the center just snapped the ball about 30 yards backwards for Campbell County, and Oak Ridge fell on it, and they were able to add more points there. Campbell County, though, much to their credit, drove down the field. Oak Ridge, Campbell County had the ball for my calculations probably about 9.5 minutes of the fourth quarter on one single drive. They went down and scored to make it 17-15. They pulled within 2, but they weren't able to get the 2-point conversion. Onside kick failed, and Oak Ridge was able to pull out the win. Much closer, certainly, than this series had been in the past. And maybe some Oak Ridge fans were surprised by the score, but this is a very good Campbell County team, one that looks to me like it'll be a playoff team, no doubt.
So next week, Farragut, that game at Farragut. What do we know about the Admirals, and what kind of game do you anticipate next week for the Wildcats?
Well, to be honest, I'll take a page out of Joe Gaddis's book and say I haven't watched the film on it yet.
Yeah.
But no, you know that they're going to be talented. They're going to be well coached. You know that obviously they won a state championship last year, so they're going to be good. But you know, if you remember, Oak Ridge beat Farragut at home last year before Farragut obviously went on to win the state title. This time it's a different story, as Oak Ridge will be on the road for the third week in a row. It's basically going to be a month between home games at Blankenship Field for the Wildcats. I expect a tough game. I expect Farragut to come out firing. It's always tough to play over there. Anytime Oak Ridge and Farragut get together over there, it's going to be a rowdy environment. But I expect a good shot from Farragut. I mean, you know, that's a team that realistically in the polls, in the Knoxville media, Farragut's probably going to be favored to win that game, and you know it's hard to blame them. It's the success Farragut's had, and obviously a lot of people watched their game last night. So we expect, you know, nothing easy if you're Oak Ridge. You got to expect a fight, but certainly it'll be nice after next week for that to be the last road game for a little bit.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, Alex, me being not familiar with the Oak Ridge Farragut, that's a pretty big rivalry between the two teams, isn't it?
Can you say it one more time?
Oak Ridge Farragut, that is a pretty healthy rivalry between the two teams, correct?
Yeah, and you know they don't play every year per se, but they try to play. You know, a lot of times in the mid-2000s, there was when Eddie Courtney really had things rolling for Farragut, and Bruce Lucier was coaching at Oak Ridge along with Stan Stevens his first year back in '05. The Spencer Goldmeyer-led teams versus those teams at Farragut. They went back and forth several times, and sometimes they played in the regular season, but it seemed like they always had to square off in the playoffs. And you know that's like I said, it's not as much of a rivalry consistently as maybe an Oak Ridge Clinton, but it's not as intense maybe as the Oak Ridge Davids Bennett rivalry from last week. Maybe not as history is in-depth history there, but certainly as far as Knoxville teams go, that's been one of the better series between Oak Ridge and Farragut. It seems like it's always a competitive game, no matter what the record is.
Awesome, Alex. I love you dropping some history on us, some Spencer Goldmeyer references. I like that. I go to church with him. Anyway, hey, thanks for calling in and giving us an update on Oak Ridge. We look forward to seeing them next week at Farragut.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, guys. You guys have a good one.
All right, see you. Let's go right back to the phone lines. Looks like we got a Rockwood Tiger update from Tellico. What's up?
What's up? What's up on a good football Friday?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Rockwood come out victorious tonight?
The Tigers come out victorious 33-13 over Tellico. And, we wanted Coach Webb talk to them before the game. Wanted to get off to a good start. Wanted really to play 4 full quarters of football. Came out, scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, got ahead 13-0, and then the game kind of slowed down a little bit in the second quarter. We threw a long pass. I thought we caught it down about the 10-yard line, but on the way down, the ball wrestled it away from us and become a pick. And then still, out there towards the end of the quarter, we get a fumble and probably going to return it about 95 yards for a touchdown. We get an inadvertent whistle.
Classic.
And a do-over. I've never saw a do-over, but they just done the whole play over with. Tellico ended up getting 5 downs, and they scored on 5th down.
And, made this close game at the half, 13-7. And we come out in the second half, start off just like we done in the first half. Big, long drive, run off about 6 minutes, 7 minutes, score. Telco answers right back, cut it to 7. And it was the score's not indicative of how close the game was. We pulled away there at the end. And, overall, it's a big win, and it's even important next week. I told them boys when that final horn, it was, it's getting those kicks.
Hey, now, are you still with us? Hello?
Lost service.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we're back. Hey, for the living listener that don't know, Mark Clem, 1976 state champion, Rockwood. How big is that Rockwood-Kingston rivalry?
Well, I don't know how big it is with anybody else, but with me, and Coach Pankey's one of my good friends, and he understands where I'm coming from. I'll tell Coach Webb or anybody, if we go 1-9 and beat Kingston, it's been a good year. If you go 9-1 and lose to Kingston, you got to live with that the rest of your life. So I'm all about beating Kingston. A lot of people say it's not a big game, it's not a district game. It's bigger than a district game. It's the game on the entire schedule.
Awesome. Well, hey, Dad, thanks for calling in. We always look forward to your call, and have a safe trip back from Tellico.
All right, talk to you next Friday.
All right, see you.
I love the Roane County rivalries.
There's so much for 4 quarters hatred.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not like it was back in the 70s, 80s when it was hatred at all times. You didn't go to Kingston, you didn't go to Rockwood.
Yeah.
But it's still a very, very healthy rivalry in Roane.
Yeah.
Call, you're on the air. Go ahead, caller. You want to give it they're gone. They got a little nervous, got a little trigger shy.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
To the best of them. Not me or you.
No, not to us.
To some of the callers. So, guys, we're wide open. Give us a call, 865-483-8112. Maybe coming into a rivalry week. We just heard a former Rockwood Tiger call in and basically put Kingston on blast. If you're going to win one game of the year, he wanted to be Kingston.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I love the way that he ended that. He said, if you go 9-1 and lose to Kingston, you got to live with that the rest of your life.
That's pretty bad.
The rest of your life.
Yeah. Not just a few weeks, but forever.
Exactly.
And the call dropped again. Hey, the lights are flickering, so let's take a break, pay a few bills, and we'll come right back. This is the Friday Night Scoreboard. Give us a call at 865-483-8112, brought to you by Mulch & More, and we'll be right back.
Make this spring all about enjoying the experience. When you ride on your new Ferris commercial mower featuring patented suspension technology, you'll have more than freshly manicured grass. You'll experience productivity and comfort like never before. And because you won't be slowing down for those rough spots, you'll mow more lawn in less time. Ferris, experience suspension.
Your local Ferris dealer is S.L. Bowman & Sons, 524 North Front Street in Rockwood. Call 865-354-0600.
If you play team sports, you want the best gear and the top name brands. That's why at Reno Sporting Goods, we offer the best and safest gear from top manufacturers like Adidas, Russell, Wilson, and more. Reno Sporting Goods, your team dealer.
Attention, all hunters, outdoorsmen, and preppers.
It's military surplus time at Hammers. You'll find over 20 different worldwide Army surplus items like ghillie suits, U.S. and Swiss sleeping bags, German safety vests, combat shirts, and more, priced from 99 cents to $69.95. Plus, there's our most popular item, 12x12 camo nets. Hurry, quantities are limited.
At ease. Now hurry to Hammers.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Welcome back into the Mulch & More Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Give Mulch & More a call, moving to Midtown this month, and it's going to be right across from the Roane County Highway Department. Call Gary, 865-740-5229. You know what you're going to get when you call Gary? Well, you can get backhoe and dump truck service. You can get house and building demolition, which means that they can tear it down and haul it off. We've got mulch and
more. And I heard there's a rumor they have the best topsoil, period.
In the area, for sure. The best topsoil. You need that topsoil. Give Mulch and More a call in Midtown, right across from the Roane County Highway Department. And we can go back to our phone lines now. We have a caller. Welcome into the Mulch and More Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I was wanting to talk with Chase.
All right, go ahead. Are you calling about the Rockwood-Kingston game next week?
I am.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, well, first, really what I'm calling about is the disaster.
Caller, you got it all together?
The thing that the Grove is doing.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that real quick. We talked about it at the beginning of the game. Next week, we talked about supporting the victims from Hurricane Harvey in Houston.
Yes.
So next week is Rockwood-Kingston. They're going to have a battle to see who can bring more bottled water. They're going to have 2 trailers set up, a Rockwood trailer and a Kingston trailer. Whoever brings the most bottled water, this is all a big thing called Roane Cares, a county-wide thing. Rockwood-Kingston next Friday night, who can bring the most water. So I'm hoping Rockwood goes 2-0 next week. We're going to bring more water than the Kingston Yellow Jackets, and then we're going to sting them
That's where
during the game.
Okay, we're going to bet right here.
All right.
All right, what do you got?
If Kingston beats Rockwood with the water, you have to paint a K on your head for church that Sunday.
I sit too close to the front.
That's okay. I'll sit right next to you.
All right, and if Rockwood brings more water, you have to bring your special yellow jacket friend to church with you. Thanks for calling.
Now, are we close enough friends that I can say when she was talking about the disaster, I thought she was talking about her own phone call?
She's tried calling in 5 times, guys. We tried over the break to coach her on how to talk. She finally got it right, so we appreciate everybody calling in. We're going to go right back to the phone lines. Caller, you're on the air.
Yes, I haven't heard any mention of Anderson County tonight.
Big winners.
Matter of fact, I haven't seen their name in the newspaper all last week.
Anderson County had a big win tonight. They beat Hickson County 60-7.
I was there, and they beat won the first game against Carter 56-22, I believe. William Blunt 55 to I don't know what, and tonight they scored 60 points.
That sounds like a high-powered offense.
One of the best teams in the area, and they're just not getting any press for some reason.
Well, that sounds like some high-scoring games. Do you go to every Anderson County game?
Yeah, every home game, and some of the away games too. But they've got a quarterback that David Gillum referred to as the best quarterback in East Tennessee, the best quarterback he's seen in 25 years.
Do you know that quarterback's name? Can you tell us more about him?
Yeah, that's Stanton Martin, and he's just a junior this year. He played as a sophomore, too, before he got hurt, and as a freshman before he got hurt. But he's healthy now, and he completes, I don't know what percentage of his passes, but a high percentage. And they're long passes, too. He's completed many 50-yard passes.
So he's doing a lot of work on his passing. He's just not dumping it and the receiver getting all the yards. He's doing a lot of that work.
Yeah, well, he's got to get some good receivers, too, and some good running backs. I think it's the whole team that's good. He's getting some good block, and the offensive line is not letting the defense get to him, giving him time to pick out his receivers, and he can run. If he gets cornered, he can take off.
Well, that's good.
He's a fabulous player. Unfortunately, he's not quite 6 foot yet. He's 5'9", I think 190. He's beefed up from what he was last year. He gained 17 pounds, I think.
Is he getting any looks from any colleges?
I'm sorry?
Is he getting any looks at from any colleges?
I don't know his. His uncle, I guess it is, was played at Furman, and his aunt, Shelley Sexton, was an All-American basketball player under Pat Summit. They won the national championship. It's an athletic family.
Sounds like it's in the blood.
His mother was on the national championship team for small colleges.
Well, that's awesome.
At Berry College. But Stanton is just a sharp kid. He's smart, and he doesn't have a big head, but he is a heck of a football player.
Awesome.
And that's not to slight some of these others. Dalton Wilson last week, I believe, caught 5 touchdown passes from him.
It's a big day.
And I was puzzled why he wasn't even mentioned in the Knoxville News Sentinel all week, or the team was at Anderson County.
Well, I tell you, the Prep Extra has kind of been taken over by non-East Tennessee people, and a lot of the scores. You went from having every high school football game on Saturday morning to now you might get 2 articles. There's a 7 p.m. deadline.
Yeah, that's right.
So, hey, Carl, I want you to call back every Friday night and give us an Anderson County update, because I'm Roane County and Aaron's Morgan County, and we don't know a whole lot about Anderson County. So I want you to be our guy.
Okay.
All right. So we look forward to hearing from you next week.
Okay.
All right. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Let's go right back to the lines. Carl, you're on there.
My name's Dale Isabel. I'm the statistician for Anderson County. I was going to give a little stats on tonight's game and year-to-date on Stanton Martin. The gentleman's a little bit interested. Just called.
Yeah. Take us to school on that.
The Stanton has threw for over 900 yards passing in
already
games and 14 touchdowns. He's one of the leading passers probably in the state of Tennessee. Tonight he only played the first half, and he threw for nearly 300 yards in 2 quarters. Wow. And 4 touchdowns tonight, first half.
That's pretty impressive.
Good receivers, a really good line to protect them, and they were ahead 47-0 in 2 quarters. Talking about inter-county rivalries, Clinton and Anderson County play this coming Friday. Matt Clinton, both teams undefeated. I think Clinton is the best team Anderson County's faced this year. Are you still there?
Yes.
And Clinton's well coached. The coach will do a good job controlling the football. And Anderson County defense has played really well. They've helped everyone they've played. They only give up 136 yards total offense tonight. And they've helped everyone they've played under 200 yards.
Sounds like they've got it fired on all
County
cylinders.
Is probably one of the most underrated teams in East Tennessee.
Hey, we asked the last caller, is that quarterback receiving any looks from any? I know he said he was kind of small. Is he receiving any looks from any colleges?
I'm sure that he will. As you know, his first 2 years he was injured early in the season. He got a broken jaw against Catholic last year on a late hit, and that put him out the rest of the year. And like the caller had just called, he's an excellent young man, good student, and he's got some good receivers, and he's got a really good offensive line. The biggest improvement that I see in Anderson County is their defense. Not a lot's been said about them. They had over 500 yards in total offense.
That's probably why I don't hear much about their defense if they're putting up 500 yards, and that kind of gets lost in the mix. But like you said, you know, they only give up 7 points tonight. It sounds like they haven't gave up a lot of points all year.
One of the interesting stats tonight is Harrison County only had the ball about 8 minutes. They scored quickly. And Hickson stats, of course, Hickson has a young team, and they've not done very well. And the teams that I think that Harrison County's played, I don't think any of them's won a game yet. And that'll be a nice game for the Harrison County and Clinton fans this coming week. So, but we'll try to call and give you stats each week game. It was just a dominant game by Anderson County tonight.
All right, is Anderson County going to parlay all these points next week and roll Clinton? You going to go on record and say that?
No, Clinton is. It'll be a lower scoring game. Clinton, Harrison County will score more points against Clinton than any other team has. But Clinton is a better team than what people think. They got a good coach, and they're going to surprise a lot of people this year.
How has
they're underdogs, I think, the rest of the year in every game. But those kids got a good coach, and they got a lot of heart.
How has Coach McCamey done? Is this his first year back at Clinton?
Yeah, it's his first year at Clinton. The Clinton fans are really excited. I'm a Clinton graduate myself, played football at Clinton, so I'm a little partial. And here I am helping Anderson County, but
that's a struggle.
I'm doing that because of Coach Kerr taught me to help him a long time ago because we played college football together.
Awesome.
So when he came to Anderson County, I've helped him and about ready to retire this thing. Someone else on the staff's been doing it a long time.
Well, it sounds like you do a good job. We need you and the previous caller, to give us a call every Friday night. Like we said, we're Roane County and Morgan County, and we don't mean to ignore the Anderson County area. We just
Jonathan does a good job.
We just don't know a lot about it.
Be back next week, or
Jonathan had a baby, correct?
Yeah. So.
Right. That's really great.
Yeah.
So,
hopefully he'll be back.
Tell Jonathan we miss him, so maybe he'll be back next week.
That's awful selfish of him to have a baby and leave us here on the show.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. It's terrible.
Hey, thanks for calling. We'll look forward to hearing from you next Friday.
County fans, it's really exciting to see a good football team this year. I'm going to predict that they'll win 8 or 9 games, maybe 10 this year.
Make a good run into the playoffs. Hey, we appreciate you calling, and we look forward to hearing from you next Friday.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Now, I mean, I'm a media member and former media member, and so everybody beats up on the media. Let's be a little bit fair. Anderson County was 3-7 last year, so there probably wasn't a lot of hype. So when you start out scoring more than 50 points in your first 3 ball games, you're going to get some attention.
Yeah.
And that Anderson County-Clinton rivalry, huge rivalry, a lot of eyes are going to be on that game. As he said, 5 combined wins between the 2 schools going into this game. Both teams undefeated. A lot of people are going to look at that game, and if Anderson County can put up big numbers, if they can put up a lot of points, then you're probably going to start seeing that attention from Anderson County. You might already see it because they have put up so many points, but we'll have to wait and see there. But yeah, after that game against Clinton next week, I believe the Mavericks will start getting some more attention if they can come out with that win.
And we talk about Coach McCamey. You know, he did wonders at Grace.
Yeah.
No longer there. You're starting to see those improvements at Clinton. Facility upgrades, field upgrades, and that's boosted your overall morale. When you have something to look forward to going to, on Friday nights, look forward to something to a field to play on, a weight room to go in, a locker room that you can be proud of. You tend to stick your chest out a little bit more and have a little more pride in your team.
And it takes all that. It is an investment. A lot of people don't want to hear that because these players, after all, are student athletes, not athletes, students. We can't get that wrong. But at the same time, you're a former athlete. I'm a former athlete. These kids are building memories and life lessons that they can carry on forever. You know, Butch Jones gets beat up for saying champions of life, but listen, you can learn skills playing sports that will make you a champion of life. And if you don't have the things that you need to be competitive with the other schools who are doing these things, then you might not care about it. You might not put in the work. And so when you get out of school, not to get on a soapbox or anything, when you get out of school and you're not doing that anymore, you're not playing sports, you're not going to practice every day, then you got to do something. And if you're not going to work hard at your job, then you can't be a champion of life. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth. You need those facilities. You need people to put time and effort into programs. You need the volunteers. You need people to work on the football field. Make sure that there aren't any holes in it. You need people to donate money so that you can have a weight room. Because kids are going to want to go hard in a weight room that they can be proud of, like you said. So it takes that, and coaches have to know that it takes that. And Coach McCamey, Randy McCamey, he knows what it takes to build a successful football program. And so I'm sure the Clinton fans are very ecstatic to have him leading that program.
And like you said, you learn a lot more than football plays when you play football.
That's right.
And a lot of those life lessons you talk about, you don't learn in the classroom.
That's right.
So that's an advantage. You might not be the best. You might not be the best football player. You might not play.
Yeah.
You'll come out a better person after playing 1, 2, 3, or 4 years football, working with a team, working on team skills, working together, leadership, and all sorts of things.
Yeah, because those are the skills that you have to have in jobs. That's exactly, you have to have those skills when you go out and you start making money. And you're going to have kids just like Johnathon Cox just now had a kid, and you're going to have to support that family. And when you support that family, you better be making it at your job. You better be working hard at it, because you got to get that paycheck. You
got to get that paper.
You got to pay bills.
Johnathon Cox is a champion of life, I'll tell you that.
He is a champion of life. That's right. And I know the people watching this program miss him. We miss him because his knowledge is vast. I can talk about area teams, Morgan County and area teams. You can talk about Roane County and some area teams, but Johnathon has a knowledge of the Knoxville teams and the Anderson County teams. So we're missing you, Johnathon. I don't know if you're tuned in or not. Probably not. You're probably trying to get some shut-eye if you can. But we do miss you and your knowledge, and we hope that you are able to come back and see us soon.
And that life lesson was brought to you free of charge by Chase Clem and Aaron Harvey. We're going to catch a quick break. This is the Friday Night Scoreboard brought to you by Mulch & More. Mulch & More, give Gary a call at 865-740-5229 for all your mulch needs. The guy's topsoil, creek rock, fieldstone. You need it. He's got it. Give Gary a call. We will be right back.
If you didn't buy your rugs at Hammers, you paid too much.
Hammers buyers search the South rug markets every month for special deals on area and room size rugs, like these in traditional, oriental, and contemporary designs. Choose from high quality heat set rugs, olefins or wool. Plus, there's always this special selection of kitchen and bathroom rugs for $288. Remember,
Don't pay too much. Buy your rugs at Hammers.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Beautiful yards make a statement, and beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
Get yourself unchained from large pharmacies. Shop and support your local independent pharmacies in our hometowns. In Kingston, shop Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. Keep our money local to help our community. Your independent pharmacies help support local high school sports, local civic groups, little leagues, marching bands, annual staffs, yearbooks, and other school clubs and activities. Remember, in Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. In Kingston, visit Kinzer Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. The next time you have prescription need, try your local hometown independent pharmacy. We were here for you before the chains, and we're here for you now. In Kingston, Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, support Live and Let Live Drugstore. Be sure to spend your dollars locally. And please support our young people of today because they will be our leaders tomorrow.
And welcome back to the Mulch and More Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Chase and I getting along just fine. Call Mulch and More. Moving across from the Roane County Highway Department this month. They've got mulch
and more,
including the best topsoil in the area. Pea gravel, loose or in bags, river rock, fieldstone, mountain mist stone, also railroad cross ties, straw bale, fence posts, farm gates. We've got backhoe and dump truck services and house and building demolition, which means they're going to tear it down for you and haul it off. So give Gary a call, 865-740-5229. Free estimates as well, so you're really not missing out on anything by calling. Give Gary a call.
And I don't know much about mountain mist stone, but mountain mist stone sounds just extravagant.
Sounds good. Sounds like a woman I'd like to date.
I once dated a woman named Mountain Mist Stone.
Did you?
No, I can't. Off-air story.
Okay, all right. So I'm wrong. That's not a woman I'd like to date.
Guys, we got lines wide open, 865-483-8112. Talking high school football, talking Tennessee Vols. Call in, give us your predictions on the Georgia Tech game. Call in, give us your predictions on how the season is going to pan out for the Tennessee Vols and for Lyle Butch Jones.
And to update you on some things going on tonight, Utah State was up on Wisconsin 10-0, and now Wisconsin is up 31-10. That game midway through the third quarter, so Wisconsin came back with a vengeance. Rutgers was hanging on to Washington early in the second half. That score, I believe, was 10-7, and Washington able to rattle off some points and put Rutgers away. 30-14 is the final now. That one has gone. And Florida Atlantic, our good buddy Lane Kiffin, taking on Navy. That game has been delayed, but Navy leads that one 35-13.
What a shame to see Coach Kiffin just getting beat like that.
They are the Owls. So, who is their coach?
How much did you buy into Lane Kiffin while you were here?
Full? No. Actually, I caught a lot of flack because I never really liked the hire, honestly.
No?
I never liked the hire. And, when he left, and it was all of a sudden and right in the middle of the night, and mattresses are ablaze, and which I don't understand. I can't sleep when it's hot. So why would somebody set a mattress on fire?
I'm still making payments on the one I burnt.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. That stuff is way too expensive to be burning mattresses. There are other things you can set on fire, like the It's Time T-shirts that year. But anyway, so he leaves in the middle of the night. I was very disappointed that he left in the middle of the night because that was a solid coaching staff, and the recruiting was going in the right direction. Hindsight 2020, whatever.
And
we wish him the best of no luck.
I went full in with Kiffin. I was ready. We were, we played some good games that year. We almost beat Alabama. We were close in all those games.
Killed Georgia.
And, he promised one thing. We'd never lose to Georgia as long as he was our coach.
Yeah.
He kept that promise.
He did. Yeah.
And then when Dooley came in, I'm like you with Kiffin. I knew that I don't know a lot about football, and I'm not the guru of football. I knew that was a complete and utter dumpster fire disaster from the get-go.
Yeah, and Tennessee football is where it is because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you're talking about a guy that didn't know, just didn't recruit.
No.
You know.
2012, no offensive lineman.
No.
I mean, that set Tennessee back pretty far. So I think we had a caller last week that really ragged on Butch Jones, talked about he wasn't a great coach, and all, maybe that was the first week. But you have to give him credit where credit's due, and he has restored the Tennessee football program. Third straight year, Tennessee was ranked in the top 25 to begin the season. That's a really big deal, and a chance to end the season ranked this season as well for the third or fourth year. So, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Hey, I can guarantee you one thing. You talk about Derek Dooley, you talk about Lane Kiffin, the phone lines are going to light up.
Yeah. So
I'm getting good at that transition.
Yeah.
Carl, you're on there.
Yeah, guys, talking a little bit about Tennessee football. Kind of has to be concerned about Kirkland going out for the season. And already lost Chance Hall. Is this going to be a repeat of 2016, you think? What do you think about the injuries?
Well, I'm looking on. It seems a lot of these high recruits, Khalil McKenzie, Shy Tuttle, have never been able to reach their full potential while at Tennessee because they're always plagued with some kind of injury. They can never be 100% healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Kirkland's going down that road, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. Last year you had a lot of injuries with the new strength and conditioning coach. But this year, Rock Gullickson has come in. A lot of these guys have put on weight. They're conditioned better. And so hopefully you won't have the mass amount of injuries that you had last year. It was a relatively good summer, a relatively good fall camp. You get to the very end of it and you find out, well, Chance Hall is out for the season, as you noted, but I don't know that they really expected him to be available this year anyway. So that wasn't really something that happened in camp. The Darren Kirkland Jr. thing, that was, I think, the only major injury to come out of camp. Now that Josh Smith, his injury doesn't seem as bad as
not near as bad as they thought it was.
They
thought it was season ending.
And Shy Tuttle, his injury is from last year as well. They didn't know if he'd be ready for the season, but his progress.
Well, it'd be nice to see Tuttle and McKenzie both play, wouldn't it?
It'd be nice to see them healthy and playing. Agreed.
Yeah,
yes,
for sure.
I think that would be make a big difference on that defensive line. I'm a little bit, I don't know how you guys think, I'm a little bit more concerned about the defense than I am the offense.
After what happened last year, I absolutely think that that's something that everyone should worry about. But Bob Shoop, Tennessee's defensive coordinator, has a proven track record, and now there are some new coaches on that defense, assistant coaches on that defense, and I think one of the major things that a lot of people talked about last year was that Shoop wasn't able to bring his own guys in. And they thought, well, is it really that big of a deal? I think it was a big deal, and I think you saw that last year.
Yeah, that and the injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. And so if Tennessee can stay healthy, everyone has talked about the hires of, you got Charlton
Wharton.
Yeah. Coaching the defensive backs. A lot of people said that's an upgrade. You've got
Hoke.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Hoke is coaching now. I think
Brady Hoke.
Right. I think the staff has been upgraded, and I kind of look for that to make a difference.
I think it'll pay dividends. And they said that the reports out of camp are that Justin Martin, cornerback for Tennessee, senior this year, is finally living up to the expectations that they expected him to have. You've got a lot of young talent back there as well. Nigel Warrior, a lot of people expect him to have a breakout season. He's been dubbed the starter for that backfield as well. So we'll be able to see. I think Tennessee's defense will be much improved from last year. We'll just have to wait and see.
And speaking of some young talent, I think the receiving group has got some good young talent. I've heard a lot about the Palmer guy.
Yeah, Josh Palmer.
He's made a really good impression in the spring and in the practices.
What about my man Jawan Jennings?
Oh, Jawan.
I can watch that clip from the Georgia game 1,000 times. It gets better It just
I watched,
Jawan Jennings. Have you watched it with the Titanic music playing in the background?
That is amazing.
No, I don't.
Oh, you've got to look that up.
It's nice. Hey, and back to the defense. You talk about God bless Colton Jumper.
Yeah.
That man catches some serious heat on Twitter. I really hope he has a good season.
Yeah.
And he can step up and play, because he's going to have to step up and play a big role now.
Yeah. And I thought last year he played very well. A couple of years ago, he got beat up really bad. Had to come in that Oklahoma game when Tennessee had that fourth quarter collapse against the Sooners at Neyland Stadium. And there, a lot of people were blaming Jumper for a lot of that. But I thought he had a solid season last year, and I think he's a solid contributor.
And I can't take credit to this. Jimmy Holmes was talking about it on Sports Talk today. Have you heard about the two kickers? We might roll out two kickers.
Yeah.
One for the short.
Yeah.
Medley for the short kicks, and who was for the long distance kicks? I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
I can't either. He's from down here, I think, in Tennessee, in Middle Tennessee, I believe, is where they recruited him from.
Is he a freshman?
Yeah, pretty sure he is a freshman. Yeah.
So, what are you going to do when you're on the 40.5-yard, and you...
Yeah.
Well, the knock on Medley's always been that he couldn't kick one over, 40, 41 yards. I don't think he's ever kicked one that long, but this other guy, I guess, got a little stronger leg, maybe.
Hey, Dennis, where are you at on Butch Jones? What are your thoughts on what do you think about him? Is he just an 8-4 guy, and that's fine, but is that all he is? Is he more than that? What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of like Butch. I like his recruiting. I think he's recruiting well. And I guess what Jimmy Himes and Jimmy Himes especially talks about is can he develop players once he gets them, is he doing a good job at that? But I don't know overall. We were way down when he come in, so, I think unless he has a real bad year this year, I think he's going to be all right. What do you think?
I think he's going to have a good year, if he can stay healthy, and I think the Vols are going to have a good year. We've been talking about the Georgia game. I just got a message. Chris Adams, he's listening. He's a big Tennessee fan. He was wanting us to just relive that Jawan Jennings moment one more time before we get off the air. Hey, Dennis, you're the man. We appreciate your calls. We got another call we got to get to.
Okay, bud. See you.
Have a good night. Chris Adams hates Tennessee. Call, you're on the air. Jesse Smithy, folks, the living legend. What's up, Jesse?
How are y'all tonight?
I'm doing good. What's been going on tonight in high school football?
Well, there's been a lot going on in high school football tonight, and I think the two big stories to me are that Fulton lost some players tonight. And when it comes to Knoxville football, I mean, a lot of people talk about Fulton's chances at possibly winning a state championship, and they lost a key player in the offseason with Deshaun McKinney, and then their running back is on crutches tonight, and some other players dinged up too going into next week's battle with Austin East, so that's something to look out for. And Catholic kind of got taken out behind the woodshed a little bit tonight, and I think a lot of people were surprised by that, given that what they did to Chattanooga Baylor just a week ago. Of course, you talk about Chattanooga Baylor, one of the biggest private schools in the state, and Catholic just whipped them up and down the field. And so it's a rarity for a team to come into Catholic and beat them 55-10, and that team out of Georgia didn't even have a 100-yard rusher or a receiver to do it. They just kind of whipped them soundly.
Hey, Jesse, question about that. Was that a case of Eagles Landing Christian that good of a football team? Was it Catholic had an off night? What was that a combination of?
I think a little bit of both, and it's not a cop-out answer. I just talked with a guy earlier in the week that said, hey, you need to come out and check out this team we're playing. We really think they might be the best team we've ever played. And that's saying something, because Catholic, if you look through their history, has played quite a few powerhouses, and it certainly can handle its own on the biggest stage in the state. And Eagles Landing, they ran for 310 yards on 31 carries, and like I said, just from all accounts, were just athletes all over the field and just sound coaching. And there's a reason why they've won 25 state games and a couple state championships down in Georgia, where we all know they play really good football.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jesse, I'm here with my buddy Aaron Harvey, and like we've told callers before, I know a little bit about Roane County. He's a Morgan County guy. Who are some Knox County teams that we should be on the watch for this season?
Well, I mean, I think y'all saw a little bit tonight as far as what Austin East has. It's kind of just your tried and true, your normal strong teams in Knoxville aren't going to change very much. You know, your Farragut's are good, your Fultons are good, your Austin East are good. Webb, Catholic, the landscape really hadn't changed that much.
We had a caller call in and say that Anderson County is really underrated, maybe the most underrated team in East Tennessee so far this season. What do you think about the Mavericks and their 3-0 start?
Well, I know the community's excited. You know, they've had some bad luck in the last few years with a lot of injuries and whatnot, and I think this classification and this region change will lend them to kind of balance out all the losses they've had the last few years with a lot more wins this year. Now, how good are they compared to the rest of the state? I think that will be dictated come playoff time. But I think the region that they're in with a lot of the Chattanooga teams, I think that will. I think you'll see Anderson County have a really nice record going into the playoffs, and of course Stanton Martin is just off to an incredible start for Anderson County. What do you throw, 6 or 7 touchdowns just a week ago? So they're definitely a team to kind of keep an eye on. But I think the regular season might mislead people as to how good they are. So I think we need to kind of temper our expectations or excitement over Anderson County and wait till they can prove themselves in the playoffs.
Jesse Smithy, the high school football guru, on the line with us. I have so many questions that I want to ask your opinion on, and so, but we can't have you all night, so I kind of have to pick and choose what I want to ask you. But I do want to ask about Greenback, a team that lost so much talent last year, is just ripping people to shreds already this season. So Greenback, the Cherokees have reloaded a really talented Region 2 Single A that they will play in. What do you think about those Greenback Cherokees this year?
Yeah, I think we're all a little bit surprised given the talent level that they lost. And, I mean, they even lost a guy who's Mr. Football. He's going on to play at North Carolina. You just don't see that type of talent playing in single-A football that often. I guess the last time we really had that was Zach Stewart at Coalfield. And so when you lose a player of that magnitude and that ilk, you got to think that that's a huge, huge hit to a 1A roster. And Greenback just has shown no signs of slowing down, even though they lost in the state championship game a season ago to Dresden. They just seem to keep building and keep pushing towards something. We don't know if it's going to end in the state championship or not, but Bryce Hanley threw for 5 touchdowns a week ago, and of course Greenback another big win tonight. So you got to tip your hat off to those coaches and that community for just continuing to build their football program.
We also talked about Randy McCamey and the job that he's already been able to do at Clinton. We've got a lot of interest from Anderson County viewers. Talk about that matchup next week between the Mavericks and the Dragons of Clinton.
Well, I think Clinton's 2-0 with a little bit of smoke and mirrors. Offensively, they don't really have much going right now, and we'll see if the bye week can help them muster up something. But right now, they're just a good, sound defensive ball team. And with Randy McCamey, he's a really creative guy on offense, so he'll probably have a few tricks in the bag for Anderson County, some looks and formations that they haven't seen on film, because he knows right now his program is not where he had, Grace Christian, where they were going to the state semifinals every year. So he's got to wait to build that program up a little bit, and he's got to do a little bit of magic to get them some wins. So they're off to a nice start. I think Anderson County will be the favorite team going into that matchup, but again, just kind of keep your eye on what Randy McCamey might pull in that football game. He'll make it interesting, that's for sure.
Hey, Jesse, I know you got some deadlines. We're going to try to get you off here right quick. Let me ask you real quick, shift gears to college football. How do you see the Tennessee season shaping out against Georgia Tech and against for the upcoming season?
Well, I think Tennessee lucked out in getting Georgia Tech in the first game. We all know when you face a triple option offense, it's really hard to prepare for that in a week, much less 2 weeks if you happen to have a bye going into that game. The fact that they've had the whole summer to prepare for that and really correct a lot of defensive mistakes that they made in this latter half of last year. And of course, they added Brady Hope to be a defensive line coach. I think that will help them as well. The loss of Darren Kirkland Jr., middle linebacker, again, that's your quarterback of your defense. That's your smartest guy out there. And so to play a triple option offense without that guy, I think you will see Tennessee's linebackers make a few mistakes, but they'll have to read their keys and stay focused for an entire game. And that's really hard for high school kids to do. It's hard for college kids to do. So Tennessee will make some mistakes in defending that offense. But Georgia Tech lost one of its top running backs, dismissed him from the team. So maybe that will negate some. But I like Tennessee to win that football game. I don't know, 7 to 10 points. And seems like the going trend in Knoxville media is to pick Tennessee somewhere around 8-4. I think they'll do better than that by 1 or 2 games. I really like Quentin Dormady as a quarterback. The receiving core with Tyler Bird and Callaway and Jennings and this freshman that they're going to be starting. I watched a little bit of huddle film on him from high school, and he seems to be pretty dynamic. And Ty Chandler, I think by midway through the season, he'll be your starting running back over John Kelly.
Wow.
Ty Chandler is one of the best high school running backs that I've covered, and I've covered preps in Tennessee for about 15 years. And the way that he can cut and get to the second level just in an instant, he's that home run hitting type back, and I think you'll see him pulling even with John Kelly after 2-3 games, and midway through the season, I think you'll see Ty Chandler starting running back. So I like Tennessee's season 9-10 wins, somewhere around there.
Hey Jesse, on the way out, we took some time out to rip on Dooley and Kiffin. On the way out, do you want to take a shot at them?
I think I've taken enough at him. Kiffin did not hurt my heart whatsoever to see him kind of get trounced tonight. Probably should have recruited a few more players from Last Chance U to get that running game going. I think they had negative 22 yards rushing at one time tonight. So I know he got a quarterback and some other players from Last Chance U, but probably should have got a few more guys.
Hey, Jesse, where are you hanging out on Twitter nowadays?
Twitter, I'm Jesse, JESSE_Smithy. That's SMITHEY. And people can find high school coverage on there. I'll be going back to my house tonight, putting out our Players of the Week nominees and Teams of the Week nominees for PrepWeekly.com. That's where you can find all my high school coverage these last few years is on PrepWeekly.com.
Awesome, guys! The living legend, Jesse Smithy. Jesse, thanks for joining us. Hopefully, we get you back on here next week.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you. You never know who's going to call the Friday Night Scoreboard mulching more.
No, I gotta love it.
Gotta love it. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is the Friday Night Scoreboard brought to you by Mulch.
And more.
We'll be right back.
Ladies, it's football time at Hammer Stores and time to show the colors of your favorite college team. Hurry to Hammers and get ready for the big weekend games, the tailgate parties, or game day Fridays at work. Choose from top labels sold in better specialty stores and upscale department stores. Put together a dressy 2-piece outfit or go casual with a beautiful top and jeans. Shop Hammers and get set for kickoff now.
That was me, way back when. Some things have really changed over the years, but some things have gotten even better, like Reno's customer service. It's faster, friendlier, and we offer the name brands you ask for. East Tennessee's team dealer, Reno's Sporting Goods.
Beautiful yards make a statement. And beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
Get yourself unchained from large pharmacies. Shop and support your local independent pharmacies in our hometowns. In Kingston, shop Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. Keep our money local to help our community. Your independent pharmacies help support local high school sports, local civic groups, little leagues, marching bands, annual staffs, yearbooks, and other school clubs and activities. Remember, in Harriman, shop Chase Drugs. In Kingston, visit Kinzer Drugs. And in Rockwood, Live and Let Live Drugstore. The next time you have prescription need, try your local hometown independent pharmacy. We were here for you before the chains, and we're here for you now. In Kingston, Kinzer Drugs. In Harriman, Chase Drugs. And in Rockwood, support Live and Let Live Drugstore. Be sure to spend your dollars locally. And please support our young people of today because they will be our leaders tomorrow.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Welcome back into the Mulch & More Friday Night Scoreboard Show. I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by Chase Clem. Mulch & More moving across from the Roane County Highway Department in Midtown this month. Check them out at 3901 Roane State Highway. They've got mulch
and more.
That's right. Full-service landscape center with items such as the best topsoil in the area, all types of gravel, sand, pea gravel, loose and in bags, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties. You've got creek rock, river rock, anything you need. Also, backhoe and dump truck service available. Free estimates can be given by calling 865-740-5229. And then all you got to do is ask for Gary. Very pleased to be joined on the line now with Midway head football coach Ryan Minton. Coach, big win for you tonight.
Yeah, big win versus a very good Oakdale team.
So you are in just a gauntlet of a region. That Region 2 Single A is so difficult and so tough. This game with Oakdale, a really tough Oakdale team that likes to score a lot of points and put up a lot of offense, that's a game you really had to win to have a chance to make the playoffs, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you've got 10 games on the schedule, but the region games are the ones that get you to the free ball at the end of the season. So those are the ones we circle and just kind of focus on. And Oakdale being the first one, we were extra focused on them this week.
So Oakdale has had a really good team the past couple of seasons, but you, when you took over that Midway Greenway program, you had a little bit of a rebuilding to take care of. Midway is trying to get back to its past glory. That team has steadily been improving year after year after year. What's the next step for this program this season?
Our plan, starting from November of last year, was we wanted to get in the playoffs. I mean, like you said, we're in, I would say, the hardest region in the state, Single A, and for us to get in the playoffs is a major goal and achievement, and that's kind of been our focus, is if we can get in the playoffs in this region, anything's open to possibilities.
So you put up 37 points tonight in your win over Oakdale. Tell us a little bit about what happened in that game.
It started off defensively. I think the first quarter, maybe just 3 points scored. They might have scored there right at the end of it, but it was kind of just getting a feel for each other. And honestly, it was a defensive play. One of our defensive backs, C.J. Huff, intercepted the ball, ran it back for a touchdown, and it just kind of seemed to energize the entire team.
So you start off with a 1-point loss against Rockwood, and then you get a 1-point win against Monterey. How big of a relief was it for you to finally get a little bit of breathing room in one of these games?
It is a relief. We try to keep the games close so the fans feel like they get their money's worth every week. But it's frustrating not getting some of those backups and some of those practice players in that get a lot of work in. And honestly, I want them to play enough too. So having a little breathing room this week was nice to give them a chance to play.
Long road trip. You guys are taking a lot of long road trips. Got to go to Unaka this week to take on the Rangers and get another tune-up before that region play starts again. So, Coach, good luck going on the road to take on Unaka next week.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us, Coach. We look forward to hearing from you next week.
Will do. Have a good one.
See you.
Coach Ryan Minton trying to turn that Midway program around again. They finished 5-5 last year. They led Rockwood last year 7-0 at halftime. Put up 40 points in a losing effort against the Tigers this season. So just on the verge of getting a really, really big Rockwood win. And so now he's already got his first region win of the year, defeating Oakdale. And so that was one that you got to have if you're going to try to make the playoffs. You can't lose against Oakdale in that region and still make the playoffs.
Can't do it. And love to see a coach well, coach his team to wins, and be a good guy off the field like Coach Minton is. I've talked to him. You've talked to him several times.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like you know him a little bit more than I thought you did, maybe growing up. He just seems like an overall good guy. You love to see guys like that succeed.
He is, and he's got just a wealth of coaching knowledge and coaching experience. And so I know Midway's glad to get him back after he made his rounds around some other places. So we're getting close to needing to wrap up this program. So we need people. I tell you what, call in. We'll give you the next 10, 15 minutes, I'd say. Call in. Go on record. Tell us what you think the score to that Tennessee-Georgia Tech football game.
Like I said, we need a few Tennessee-Georgia Tech predictions. I mean, Vols by 40. I mean, where else is there to go?
I don't know. Let's see if we've got one on. Caller on the Mulch and More Friday Night Scoreboard Show.
Hey, how's it going there? Both of you guys. I'm a first-time caller on this show, but y'all doing an excellent job there.
Well, good, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I go by the name of Triple D. Just ask Ron Berry and David Queener about me. I call those shows quite a bit.
Do you run around with Ron and Queener?
No, I don't run around with him. I go up against them. I check they intelligent, they intellect when it comes to sports. Like I tell Queener, both of them, Joe Gaddis fan, cause I want him to do well. I tell him I'm a diehard Oak Ridge fan. I want to see Oak Ridge. I graduated from there and played basketball there. I don't have nothing against Gaddis. I hope he do better than he done the last 3 years, one and done in the first round playoff. I know a lot of other Oak Ridge fans are, getting a little hesitant about him, his coaching. And hopefully they got some good players on there. They seem like they got a pretty good defense, and their offensive quarterback, he's pretty solid. And, Johnny Stewart, he's been doing a good job. He throws a good ball, and he makes good decisions. So he just, Coach Gaddis just kind of coach him up this year. I mean, they can go, they have to go to the state to be successful, because the last 3 years, I was kind of disappointed. A lot of other Oak Ridge fans was to see Walker Valley, which was fourth place in that region down in Chattanooga, come up here and beat us in the first round on our home field. You can't protect your home field. What can you protect?
Hey, Triple D, what is the bar for Oak Ridge football? What do they have to do for you to consider them a successful year? What is a failing year in your opinion?
A failure year be, having mediocre season. Well, having, I say 7-4 or either 7-3 or some of that nature. That's all right. It ain't. you know, you got to build your continuity and get all your flaws out the way. You know, you got to be a flawless team. You know as well as I do, you're both you're gonna have to be flawless when you come in the playoffs. You can't make mistakes. You can't have penalties to set you back. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. And they seem like they're having a little trouble with their offensive line, you know, blocking. Cause after about 3 games, Graham, he just only had, I think he only got 21 yards. Yeah, he got 10 in the first game, and I think he got 11 in the second game. And I think he did a little better this time. I guess, you know, he's the type guy, you know, he just need a little crease, a little seam to get going. But the offensive line still got to step it up a little bit, because they got some holes they had to play again from last year. But they got a young freshman was starting at center. But still, that ain't no excuse, because, you know, everybody had the same amount of practices and whatever. And at Oak Ridge, you know, you got talent. It ain't like a lot of schools like in Knoxville. They got talent taken away from talent.
They're stealing it from each other.
You know, different program. But high school, Oak Ridge, both middle school guys go right there in the high school. They got a heck of a feeding system.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't no excuse, you know, after guys, you know, like T. Higgins, I thought Coach Gaddis would do well. I even told him after his first year, I was looking for a state championship after the next year, because of T. Higgins, and they had some good players. I know one man don't make a team, but when you compliment him, you had other complimentary players around him, just like this year. They got some. This Caleb Martin, he's pretty solid. And they got a guy named Pendergrass. I think he's a sophomore. And they got Graham, and they got some pretty good players. And they got a pretty good secondary. Their secondary seems to be pretty solid, you know. But I'm just waiting on it. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
How you finish.
But they line got to get better, because they going up against Farragut. They got some pretty solid guys. They pretty rugged. I'm interested to see the outcome of that game.
That ought to be a good game. Hey, Triple D, you mentioned T. Higgins. How excited are you about watching him on Saturdays at Clemson?
Oh, man, I'm excited. You know, I had a nephew that played at Oak Ridge. You know, you heard of a guy by the name of Mike Gibson?
Sounds familiar.
Huh?
Sounds familiar.
Oh, yeah. I know you heard of Sean Bohanna, hadn't you?
Yes.
Well, my nephew played back during the time there. My nephew was, you know, he's a high school All-American. He, you know, asked Coach Gaddis about him. He said he was probably the best tackler he ever coached.
Really? Well, that's
pretty
impressive.
He went to, you don't go to Florida being mediocre.
No.
You know, Spurrier at the time, you know, he was coming off of he won
probably his heyday.
In '96. He won the college. He was a champion. He was his team. I think he won '96 and '97. And he come all the way from Florida to get Mike. You know, which he come through 3 states to recruit him. He could have recruited 90% of his roster in Florida, never crossed the state line. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's pretty impressive when Coach Spurrier shows up at your door wanting to talk to you.
I guarantee you. And at that time it was because he had won 2 championships, a national championship.
Yeah.
When he come to land a helicopter on your high school field and sign in one of your players from Tennessee, you know, he at that time when he signed Mike, he only had one other player outside of Florida. There was some guy from Georgia. But them were the only 2 players that he had signed. And like I say, he could have signed 99% of his players in Florida and never left the state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when Steve Spurrier at that time come get you, you have to be tough. I'm not saying that, and I'm not trying to stick my chest out because that was my nephew. But I'm proud of him for him to get recruited, and I look at it like I tell David Quinn and Ron, that's the gift that God gives you. He gives you gifts like LeBron James. They gifted from the Lord, Jesus Christ, because
Amen.
The Bible says all good and perfect gifts come from on high.
know, I've been compared to LeBron James on the basketball court.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I try to stay humble, but when you got game, you got game.
Well, look here. I like to challenge you when I was playing for Oak Ridge back in 74, 75. We were ranked. You can check the history. 74, 75. We were ranked in #1 in the state for most of that year.
Well, I'm what they call vertically challenged, so you probably beat me.
Well, hey, you know what? I guarded the top opposition. I drawed you. Bert Camp, I played against him. And a guy named Kenny T. Feller, that probably a little bit before your time. Marvin Leach out of La Follette. Mark Mabry from Central. I can name them all. Dan Anderson for Herman. If you were the top opposition, I drawed you.
Well, if we ever meet on the basketball court, we're going one-on-one for a Big Ed's pizza.
Oh, man, I took you, my man. Hey, I've been, like I told Queenie and old Bradbury, when I was playing, you thought I was making $5,000 a game back in the day.
Hey, who knows, you might have been.
Huh?
I said, who knows, you might have been.
Oh, yeah, hey, look here. Hey, look here. I tell them all the time that I was like a birthmark on you. You couldn't shake me. I go right, left, wherever you go, I'll be right with you, be on you.
Hey, you know what position I played in basketball?
What was that?
I played butt back. Every time I tried to go in, the coach say, Chase, get your butt back over on the bench.
Oh, did. But I ain't had that problem. He wanted me in there. He said, get your butt in there because I want you to stop that man. I want you to lock him up, and I locked him down, too.
Well, hey, Triple D.
He didn't tell me that. No, you check the history. Go back in 74. You remember a guy by the name of, remember Sean Bohanna? His daddy, I played with his daddy.
Triple D, I don't think I was conceived till about probably March of '90.
Oh, yeah, well, I figure it'd be before your time. But you can go back in history. History don't lie.
History don't lie.
History, go back and check your books. 74, 75, we were ranked #1. I think we was 26 and 5.
Dang.
And hey, we had a guy by the name of Roger Wade. Check your history. He was a Magic Johnson back in the day.
I can't wait to go home and check up on my history. Triple D, you're the man. Thank you. I said you're the man. We appreciate you calling in. And
I wondered what time that Higgins Clemson and play tomorrow.
Aaron is going to try to find it for us right quick.
I will check that out. Yeah.
Do you know who they're playing?
I'm not sure who they playing tomorrow.
I'm gonna say it's a noon or a 3 o'clock game. I'd say it's probably a pretty good game. So it's probably gonna be later on in the day.
Yeah, they play Kent State.
Yeah, Kent State.
Yeah, Clemson is 39.5-point favorites in that one. So
yeah, I
we'll
wonder
see.
what time that comes on.
Noon on ESPN.
What time?
Noon.
12 o'clock.
Oh, okay then.
Well, it should be a good game.
What would surprise me, he one of the best athletes ever come out of Grid. I saw him when I played, and during the time I watched him, my nephew. He in the same class with my nephew, because like I say, when Steve Spurrier at the time recruited you, and he come through 2 states to get you, you had to be a pretty good player. And then T. Higgins right up in that class with my nephew.
Well, he ought to have a good chance to pad his stats tomorrow. Hey,
yeah, he should. I wouldn't be surprised if he started. I was telling a cousin of mine that it wouldn't surprise. He said, "Well, you think he'll play?" I said, "He gonna play." I said, "I wouldn't be surprised if he started."
Hey, big time players make big time plays. Triple D.
He got that special gift. I look for him if he don't get hurt, get sidetracked, anything. Him to be a Randy Moss on that next level.
We hope so.
He ain't got as much speed as Randy, but he got that athleticism. He got that heart, and he got that winning mentality.
Awesome. Hey, Triple D, thanks for calling us. We're about to wrap it up. We look forward to your call next week. Hopefully Oak Ridge with a big win. You call in, tell us all about it.
All right, then. God bless you, and y'all doing an excellent job, both of you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
God bless you.
You too, sir.
All right. Thank you. Have a blessed night.
You too.
All right, we need to get on to Brad Jones and the owner of this station and let him know that there's some advertising to be sold right there. Triple D needs his own segment, and we're going to call it Check Your History.
Check your history.
And he's going to tell us about at least the 70s in athletics in the Oak Ridge area.
I mean, we've
Check your history. I mean, that's an easy sell.
It's easy. You just sold it.
I just sold it.
I mean,
businesses out there, line up.
Call Triple D.
Call right now. And it's first come, first serve. You know, I mean,
While
if you miss
supplies
out,
last.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got life. We give out life lists now. We almost hugged during the commercial break. We were going in on being champions of life.
Yeah,
Triple D's gives
awesome.
the history. You never know what you're going to get on the Friday night scoreboard.
No, ESPN's Football Power Index gives Kent State a 1.2% chance of winning tomorrow. So, like Lloyd Christmas, the great Lloyd Christmas said. So you're telling me there's a chance?
You're telling Samsonite. Hey, give me a final prediction on the way out. Tennessee, Georgia Tech Monday.
I think because Georgia Tech runs the football as well as they do, and because Tennessee's breaking in a new middle linebacker, I guess that's going to be Colton Jumper taking that spot. A lot of young players, some new defensive coaches. I think Georgia Tech is going to be able to hold on to the football a little bit, so I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. However, I do believe that the great Jesse Smithy probably got it about right. I'm going to say Vols win 31-24.
And like I said, I think Georgia Tech with a running offense like that, they're going to eat up a lot of clock.
Yeah.
The Vols might make a few mistakes early on getting used to the triple option.
Yeah.
The Vols are going to cover. A low-scoring game, let's say 28-21.
28-21. So you're giving them 7 points. I wanted to say I think it's great that you're compared to LeBron James. I actually get compared to James LeBron. He plays wiffle ball every now and then.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, we don't like to brag about our athletic abilities back in the day.
No, we don't.
Stay humble.
No.
Stay humble. So,
yeah. But I'm pretty good at badminton. Gotta say.
Good.
All right. I believe it's going to wrap it up for this week's version of the Mulch and More Friday Night Scoreboard Show. We hope that you have enjoyed it. We hope that you have been entertained. I do want to say this just to let everyone know. If you have not seen that Juwan Jennings catch with Celine Dion playing in the background, the Titanic music, go to Facebook. Everybody's got a Facebook now.
Everybody's got Facebook.
There's a page called Celine a Scene, okay? That's what it's called, Celine a Scene, like Celine Dion. And just go through the videos. You'll see that dramatic Hail Mary win, and my heart will go on. So it's magical.
It's epic. My buddy Chris Adams, who is a Georgia Bulldog fan, shout out to Chris Adams and the Pay It Forward organization. He is ill. So with that being said, like we said to start off the show, find a way this week to help out those who have been affected by Hurricane Harvey in Texas. Find a church, find a civic group, find a store, drop off some water, drop off some peanut butter. Guys, let's pay it forward, Chris Adams, and help Texas, help our neighbors. Guys, we would want people pouring into us if we had something disastrous like that happen.
Absolutely.
Let's go to them. Let's help them out.
Yeah, and Kingston Rockwood in that competition, see who can get more bottled water. If you don't have a dog in the fight, if you're a Harriman fan, if you're a Midway fan, or if you're a fan of an Anderson County team, a Morgan County team, buy 2 cases of water, give it to both. That way it's a stalemate. You're not helping either one of them, but what you are helping are the people in need in Texas.
That being said, this is the Friday Night Scoreboard brought to you by Mulch and More. We will see you next Friday night. I'm Chase Clem.
And I'm Aaron Harvey.
Good night.
If you didn't buy your rugs at Hammers, you paid too much.
Hammers buyers search the South Rug Markets every month for special deals on area and room size rugs, like these in traditional, oriental, and contemporary designs. Choose from high quality heat set rugs, Olifants or wool. Plus, there's always a special selection of kitchen and bathroom rugs for $288. Remember,
Don't pay too much. Buy your rugs at Hammers.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Beautiful yards make a statement, and beautiful yards come from Simplicity Mowers. Their exclusive free-floating mower decks with full-width rollers track the contours of your yard for a perfect cut. So visit your neighborhood Simplicity dealer today and start the conversation about your lawn. Simplicity, the way to a beautiful lawn.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
We are the Harriman High School cheerleaders hanging out at Oak Ridge Utility District getting ready for the big game. D-E-V-I-L-S. 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 D-E-V-I-L-S.
With natural gas log sets starting at $1.99, don't fumble during a power outage this year. Come down to ORUD and get your set of natural gas logs to keep your family warmed up and in the game.
ORUD makes it easy with 0% financing when it is your turn to host the big game. They have all your appliance needs from ranges to refrigerators to make you the MVP of this season.
Tackle those dirty uniforms by purchasing a washer and dryer from ORUD. Natural gas dryers cost about half as much to operate as electric dryers, saving you money this football season.
Teaming up with Oak Ridge Utility and Natural Gas will have you call in all the right plays this year. Don't wait to make the switch. Call today. So now the only question is,
what time is it?
It's high school football time in Tennessee.
I'm alive.
From a black field on the campus of Harriman High School, we welcome you tonight to Channel 12's Game of the Week. And it's a wet, chilly, soggy field, David Queener.
It is at that, Romberg. It is at that. It's going to be a good night for football, though.
But glad to have you with us here tonight as Cofield Yellow Jackets come a small distance to take on the Blue Devils in a big football game. It's region play this week, so they really start counting in the standings. This is a big ball game, and Harriman coming off of a win at Wartburg, and Cofield coming off of a win at York. So, David, years past, this has been a big ball game. It's been a big rivalry along the way, and we'll see. We'll see if they can continue here. Of course, again, Harriman wing tee, and it's going to be interesting tonight to see how the weather plays a lot, because on the wing tee, lots of hands-offs.
Yeah.
A lot of timing, and in those little counter plays, you have to make sure you get the ball, and you got to make sure you receive the ball.
And vice versa for Cofield. They like to throw the ball a little bit, and I think Parker McKinney's 273 yards or something like that away from 7,000 total yards in his career. So it'll be interesting to see there, too, also how it affects Cofield. But, no, you're right, Ron. They run that wing tee stuff, and there's a lot of movements in it.
And as you mentioned, Parker McKinney throwing the football a lot, David. He also has the ability to take off and run, and it wouldn't surprise me at all tonight on several occasions for him to just tuck it and go on a wet night like this.
Well, he's a dual threat quarterback, whether it's throwing the ball or running the ball. So you'll see a really good quarterback tonight from Parker McKinney. I mean, he's probably one of the best in the East Tennessee area, if not in the state of Tennessee. So you'll see a really good quarterback tonight. And what I like about him, he's not soft, because he plays even more physical on the defensive side of the football.
And, of course, committed to Eastern Kentucky in the OBC. And Eastern Kentucky is probably one of the winningest teams at that level, probably a high mid-major school. And they love to throw the football, and I'm sure that's the connection for Parker McKinney and the Colonels.
Well, it very well could be, and I'm not going to disagree with you on anything you said, other than I'll say I think there's a lot of schools missing out on a really good football player, and I think he can play D1 football, and nothing against
Do you think he could start D1 schools?
Maybe. Depends on the right – it'd have to be the right situation.
And that's what I'm saying.
And he might be able to walk right in and be able to start as a freshman, and maybe that's what he wants.
I think that's probably
and that's fine, but if that's where he wants to go, I'm happy for him. I just think that there ought to be some – he ought to be some phone calls made to him, because they're missing out on – first of all, Ron, they're missing out on one heck of an athlete and a good guy.
We see it every Saturday during the season. You see quarterbacks that Parker McKinney could play as well as.
Oh, most definitely.
But it's just getting some big time college coach to put his future on a single A football player.
You take somebody like Kentucky, take somebody like Vandy, could work at either one of those two places. Mississippi State, Ole Miss. I mean, you take any of the Auburn's needing a quarter, run about the same offense as what Cofield runs. Auburn. So I just think they're just missing out on a lot with him. I think he's that good. I think he can play at that level.
Well, I don't disagree. I think probably the lure of getting him up there probably is the playing time and the type of offense they run. And he can go to a place like that and probably do just what he's done in high school, set all kinds of school records up there.
Probably so.
So, again, we welcome you to tonight's game. We thank our sponsors for giving us the opportunity to be with you here again on Friday night. And if it's Friday night, it's Channel 12, high school football time, coming right into your living rooms. We're glad you're with us. And we got us a pretty good spot here. One of the things about coming to Harriman, you got a big-time press box, so we're fortunate for that. I think our cameramen are dry tonight, so they're thankful for that. And Brad's thankful that his cameras aren't getting wet, so everybody's thankful tonight.
Yeah.
We're just thankful. And to show you how thankful we are, we're going to take a break, give our sponsors a chance to give them a little blow here to show what they've got to offer. So we'll be right back.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
In today's world, you don't stay in business long without providing exceptional customer service. The Duff family has been providing exceptional customer service for over 44 years. Our customers rate us highly, as shown by the fact we're the only dealer in Tennessee to have earned the Subaru Stellar Care Award for customer satisfaction 6 years in a row. Check our online reviews or ask your friends. They'll tell you to come to Earl Duff Subaru, where buying is a pleasure.
Choose 0% APR financing on all new 2017 Outback models during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Earl Duff Subaru in Harriman.
If you didn't buy your rugs at Hammers, you paid too much.
Hammers buyers search the South's rug markets every month for special deals on area and room size rugs, like these in traditional, oriental, and contemporary designs. Choose from high quality heat set rugs, olefins or wool. Plus, there's always a special selection of kitchen and bathroom rugs for $288. Remember,
Don't pay too much. Buy your rugs at Hammers.
If you play team sports, you want the best gear and the top name brands. That's why at Reno Sporting Goods we offer the best and safest gear from top manufacturers like Adidas, Russell, Wilson, and more. Reno Sporting Goods, your team dealer.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we celebrate 100 years, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Griffin Insurance in Kingston is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
In jail? Need bail? Just chill and call Hill. That's right, Hill Bonding Company is a locally owned Johnny-on-the-spot company for bonding people out of jail. The number you need to remember is 245-4545. That's right, 245-4545. Hill Bonding Company is locally owned, also covering Morgan and Loudoun counties. 245-4545. Jail ain't no big deal. Just chill and call Hill. 245-4545.
There's only one thing better than owning a Simplicity lawn tractor or zero-turn mower, and that's purchasing it at your neighborhood Simplicity dealer. It's like getting a free outdoor power equipment expert who will help you select, operate, and maintain your equipment for years to come. So visit your local Simplicity dealer today and get a free expert with every purchase.
The Harriman Utility Board provides electric, gas, water, and sewer services for the city of Harriman, as well as most of Roane and Morgan counties. Recent major projects include an upgrade of our 161 kilovolt electric substation. Another ongoing project is the rehabilitation of an antiquated sewer system, including an upgrade of our wastewater treatment plant. These projects will improve the quality and reliability of these services and meet state and federal requirements. For more information, visit our website at hub-tn.com or call us at 865-882-3242.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Well, welcome back to the Friday night high school game of the week here on Channel 12. And again, thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring you these games. And high school, a very big part of Channel 12 and always has been and hopefully always will be. We're here at Wallace Black Field for the Cofield Harriman high school football game. It's region play tonight all across the state, and so some big ball games. And we'll share with them some. As we start out, Alcoa will be at Scott County. Farragut beat Morristown West last night. Boyd Buchanan will be at Grace Christian. Chattanooga Brainerd will be at Loudoun. CAK will be at Chattanooga Notre Dame. Carter will be at Seymour. Boy, both of those teams need a win, David. They need to change it around. Cumberland Gap at Meigs County. Chattanooga Central at Sequoia. It'll be Cleveland at William Blunt. Gibbs will be at South Dole. Another South Dole. I don't know what's happened there. They were projected, to go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, and started off 0-2. But think about this: first 2 games don't really count. Don't really matter anything. Win tonight, everything's fine. You're 1-0. Win tonight, everything's good.
Well, I don't know how good it would be if we just win over Gibbs, but that.
Well, it's a region win, though.
Well,
it's a region win, and that's the beauty of it.
Heritage will be at Hardin Valley. Hardin Valley, 0-2 team right off the bat, and they were projected to be, to be a contender this year.
Starts tonight for real, though.
You got Hickson at Anderson County.
And Anderson County starts their week region play schedule. So that's all I got to say about it. It's week. They ought to run every game.
That's all you're going to say about it?
That's all I'm going to say about week region play game.
Jefferson County will be at Bearden. Carnes will be at West. Kingston takes on a Austin East team tonight that Coach Pankey will get a really good look at his football team tonight, and that would be a huge win for them.
Yes, what I was going to say. It would be a huge win for Kingston tonight if they could come away with that. Be the start that Kingston probably needs to have, Ron. Something we talked about earlier in the year.
McMinn County will be at Maryville. Oakdale will be at Midway. Oak Ridge will be at Campbell County, and Oak Ridge needs to get on a good winning track here. Get a win tonight and go to Farragut next week and get a win, and they'll be good shape.
I don't know that Oak Ridge don't go get beat tonight. Maybe we'll see. They've got some problems.
You didn't take your medication, did you?
What do you mean?
Well,
no,
I just
no, I didn't. I just said they could get beat.
Just
I just think Oak Ridge has got some problems that
most of the time when you get that negative in you, you hadn't taken.
Well,
no,
I've been home all day, so
okay,
but no, seriously, Oak Ridge has got some death problems, and they've got some issues right now. So we'll see. I mean, they probably go up there and win by 35 tonight, but it's one of those iffy games because Price boys.
Well, that's not very iffy.
No, it's one of them iffy games to call right now. The Price guys have
say
got.
Oak Ridge.
How about how much?
I'd say Oak Ridge by 10.
That's not very much.
Well, that's sure it is.
I think it'd be within 2 or 3 either way.
Okay.
Look at them lined up there, Brad said.
Well, it's a late arriving crowd because of the weather.
Late arriving?
Well, I'm sure. I mean, a lot of folks have waited to make sure what the weather's going to be.
It's going to be a huge ball game here
tonight. And if it was going to be raining, they didn't want to sit in the rain. They wanted to wait and come on out. So there'll be a good crowd. They're filing in pretty good.
First of all, a lot of people knew we were going to be here tonight. And how many people's come by here and waved at me, not you, because I'm a hit down here in Harriman. Not like you.
You are a hit. We're going to try to get you out here without being hit.
Yeah, you got that right. That might happen at other places, but it won't happen here. I'm not worried about it happening here.
Oneida's going to be at Wartburg. Powell will be at Fulton. Sevier County will be at Central. Soddy Daisy at Lenoir City. And it will be – and how about the newspaper today?
What about
Coach Kerr?
Oh, Coach Kerr.
Big article about Coach Kerr.
Yeah, he went out on the limb a little bit and told his kids they would win a game, but they'll get brought back to reality tonight. They got the number 1 team in 4A tonight, Greenville. And, go back to the Fulton-Powell game. That's a game tonight that could go either way, too, because Fulton's got a makeshift offensive line right now. It's sort of something in progress, and they were a little worried about it from what I was.
Beat Powell by 21, 24 points.
Probably will be, but that type of game. But just they've got some problems up front, and they got a lot of time maybe to get them straightened out.
I mean, you make it sound like, that
I wouldn't be shocked tonight if Powell didn't win that game.
Oh, come on now. Sweetwater will be at McMinn Central. Sunbright will be
easy.
Sunbright at Greenback.
Upset. Sunbright upsets Greenback tonight.
I told you hadn't taken your medication. I knew you had.
Can they not have? Can you not have upset wins no more?
Not like that.
Not like that.
No, not like that.
Okay.
No.
Georgia Tech beats Tennessee Monday. That'd be an upset?
That would be an upset. That would be.
Can that happen Monday?
That could happen.
Okay.
Not very likely, but
get
it could
that on
happen.
tape. It could happen. He said.
But Sunbright can't beat Greenback. No. Sorry.
Well, you never know. You know, maybe some
Sunbright.
Greenback kids got suspended today.
All of them?
Maybe. Just the starters. They got to play the
Well,
JV.
we're gonna get Mr. Queener some medication here in a moment. By the time the game starts, folks, you'll not recognize his medicated attitude.
I'm better right now.
So it is a big game tonight all around the region, and as you mentioned, all of the previous two games tonight sets the standard for region play. You're starting to play now for seeding in the playoffs, and that's in a lot of these regions, that's huge.
It is, and I go back to the Campbell County Oak Ridge game tonight. I think it's a must-win for Oak Ridge, and here's why. Because next week, who do they have? Farragut.
Non-region.
Well, still yet, it doesn't matter. They don't want to start off 1-3. They do not want to be 1-3.
But they would only be 0-1 in the region.
Yeah, but they would be, but they don't want to be 0-1.
Well, just a minute ago, you were talking about this is where it starts.
I'm just talking. It does start tonight. I agree with you. Okay. But they don't want their overall record to be 1-3.
And that's what I was talking about earlier. Is it doesn't matter if you start tonight. You really want that momentum, and you really want it to really.
But it's a little bit different in Oak Ridge. They take every team serious, and you know they do. So,
folks, we're going to go down here to the field now, and the Harriman High School Rhapsody in Blue marching band is going to perform.
Thank you.
Always a good band here, Ron.
It is Harriman High School Rhapsody in Blue marching band, and I tell you, we're blessed with high school bands all around the area. We have a show every week by a high school marching band, and we appreciate them very much.
We do. They're a big part of high school football.
So let's take us a break. We'll come back and talk a little bit more about tonight's action, and we'll be ready to play football.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
Attention, all hunters, outdoorsmen, and preppers.
It's military surplus time at Hammers. You'll find over 20 different worldwide Army surplus items like ghillie suits, U.S. and Swiss sleeping bags, German safety vests, combat shirts, and more, priced from 99 cents to $69.95. Plus, there's our most popular item, 12 by 12 camo nets. Hurry, quantities are limited.
At ease. Now hurry to Hammers.
If you play team sports, you want the best gear and the top name brands. That's why at Reno Sporting Goods we offer the best and safest gear from top manufacturers like Adidas, Russell, Wilson, and more. Reno Sporting Goods, your team dealer.
In jail? Need bail? Just chill and call Hill. That's right, Hill Bonding Company is a locally owned, Johnny-on-the-spot company for bonding people out of jail. The number you need to remember is 245-4545. That's right, 245-4545. Hill Bonding Company is locally owned, also covering Morgan and Loudoun counties. 245-4545. Jail ain't no big deal, just chill and call Hill. 245-4545.
There's only one thing better than owning a Simplicity lawn tractor or zero-turn mower, and that's purchasing it at your neighborhood Simplicity dealer. It's like getting a free outdoor power equipment expert who will help you select, operate, and maintain your equipment for years to come. So visit your local Simplicity dealer today and get a free expert with every purchase.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Harriman Blue Devils arriving, walking down through the stands. David,
I like her helmets.
Looks nice. Look sharp. And again here on a wet, cool, soggy Friday night. It's high school football time in Roane County and East Tennessee. And doesn't get much better than this on a Friday night. And how lucky. I mean, we've been in Game 3 sometimes and wondering if the heat index was going to go off.
Yeah, no kidding. And tonight you're wondering if you might not need a light coat. But this is football weather, though. Great place to see a football game.
So it's, again, not a bad crowd for.
Still people coming in.
For the weather. There'll be folks standing along the fence line. Boy, you just really hate to see the weather, though, play in a game like this. This is a big football game.
It's a gate game.
A gate game. You really hate to see the weather play into it. Number 1, Mark Treese. 26, Jose Acosta. And 22, McDowell. And 55, Godsey. Is that 56? 56,
yes.
56 is Monkhouse.
And I can't see the first number on the other side. I think 50.
So
I think 53 and 52 on the far side. I can't see the numbers though.
That's Jackson and Nitsky. What if that's Ray Nitsky's?
And I don't know.
Tyler Williams, I think 75.
It's 60. Excuse me, 62 and 35.
So 62 is Daniel Johnson. So, and I was trying to catch
33
that.
33 instead of a 5.
Who won the toss?
I did not pay any attention.
Cofield is going to receive. So it'll be the Mulch and Moore kickoff. 3901 Roane State Highway in Midtown, across from Roane County Co-op. And Gary and his staff are down there to help you with all of your mulching needs. They'll have creek rock, river rock, fieldstone, mountain mist stone, railroad cross ties. They have anything you need down there. Give them a call, 740-5229. Hammers, first downs for Hammers tonight, and what a sale at Hammers.
Big sale. Started today, I think. Goes all the way through Labor Day. Ends on Labor Day. Got some big sales.
A big, big weekend at Hammers. Every weekend is big at Hammers, but this weekend
it's huge.
Especially big. And if you're out and about, you need to go by Hammers and get a deal, because that's all they have. Deals, deals, deals. And again, here come the Blue Devils for this big Region 1 football game here tonight from Wallace Black Field. So wherever you are, we welcome you to Channel 12, Friday night high school football game. And so just sit back, relax, and enjoy this game. So for the Blue Devils, it will be Acosta will be doing the kicking for the Blue Devils, as Cofield wants the football, and I don't know that you can blame him for that, David.
No, I don't blame him.
So the band's leaving, the officials are taking their spots, and ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for the kickoff here tonight between Cofield Yellow Jackets and the Harriman Blue Devils. Again, thanks for being with us. Thanks for our sponsors. And we're ready for the Mulch and More kickoff here from Wallace Black Field. Coach Travis Tapp in his 15th year at Harriman High School. Keith Henry in his 10th year at Cofield High School. So these guys know each other. They know each other well. Coach Tapp at Oakdale before. Coach Henry at Oneida before. So two storied programs, rich in tradition, battling here tonight in this region football game. So Acosta will take about a 3-step kick, and he's going to squib it, and it's going to be taken at the 26-yard line. And on the kick return, Jones and Coca gets the stop. And I guess we better name the Cocas because I think there's 3 of them. That was Dakota Coca there on the stop. So it's a Hammers first down for the Yellow Jackets. Do they try to get it all first play?
No, yeah, they might.
Well, they're going to split them out. They've got 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. Parker McKinney at quarterback in the shotgun. So they'll bring a man in motion, go back to the weak side, and they've got a man there, and it's caught. Oh, it's incomplete. He dropped the football. Boy, you got to like that call, David. They get man in motion to the right, leaves a single man to the top of your screen. They fake to the right, so they bring a man back in motion to the weak side. Go back to the weak side, and there it is. Got a man's got a step, had it in his hands, and drops it.
Unfortunately, you know that old saying, hit him in a bad place.
So it's 2nd down and 10. Good protection that time for McKinney behind that Cofield line. So this time he's going to give it to the fullback, and the Blue Devils do a great job. Blue Devils will throw him for a loss of about 3.
I sort of like what Harriman's doing, Ron. It looks like with the DBs and everything, they're man up. They're straight man up.
So Pennington there for the Blue Devils, a nice hit. Got really good penetration that time. 3rd down and 12 for the Yellow Jackets. So they'll line up again in their pretty standard formation with wide receivers 2 to the left, 2 to the right, McKinney back to throw. McKinney being pressured, and he's going to throw it to a wide open receiver. He catches it at the 40,
And he's going to have it down inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Low for Cofield. Parker coming out and has a man wide open.
Wide open. Busted coverage.
If he didn't have to wait, he would have scored on that one. So it's another Hammers first down on the big third down conversion. Is that Lau or Low? Lau, okay. I thought that was a Morgan County name, was Lau. This time they're going to try to go to the left side. Good block out there. Oh, wow. And the big man for Cofield, Carroll, has a pancake.
He did that.
And for Cofield, Midas, I can't see, Miklas on the run. So it's second down and 1. What a block.
It's a big block.
And here we go on the little counter, and lots of running room by the fullback.
Good tackle.
Keithley that time finds good running room. Oh, and on the trap on the end there, another big block.
Well, this is a physical Cofield team, and it's really going to test Harriman tonight.
Well, it's going to be first and
with
goal.
A young football team too.
First and goal for the Yellow Jackets. Ball is at about the 8-yard line. McKinney's going to take the snap and give it to his fullback, and he will get into the end zone. So again, Keithley that time goes off to the left side of the Cofield line. Big opening. Big block that time by the up back, Lau. So Lau that time opens the gate, and it will be a Cofield touchdown. Keithley will hold, and Withrow will try the point after. And it looks good. So 10-14 left, first quarter. Cofield on top. We'll be right back.
It's time to look closer to home and energize America with fuel made in America. Natural gas is a cleaner, safer, more efficient, and more affordable energy choice. ORUD is your family's comfort provider. Natural gas is the responsible choice for your family, your wallet, and the environment. Gas is a great value, but it is also the best way to cook, heat your water, and warm your home. If you want the best for less, switch your house to natural gas.
Mulch and More kickoff here for Cofield now as they take their opening possession, and it was a big third down and 12, David, that they completed to a wide open receiver.
It was a big play.
So for Cofield, they will kick now, and the big lineman, Carroll, will now kick off. So Carroll gets through punishing them on blocks, and now it's going to kick to him.
He's going to punish the football.
So it's going to be a kick that's, it's going to be caught at the 38-yard line or 28-yard line, and they'll get it out to the 35. So the Blue Devils, pretty good field position. Cox on the reception for the Blue Devils. So Keithley on the stop for Cofield. So it'll be a Hammers 1st and 10, the first possession for the Blue Devils here tonight from their own 35-yard line. And the Blue Devils, you don't have to look what formation they're in, the wing T. Back to throw is Frost. The flag is down, and the pass is complete for a gain of about 8. That one probably is going to come back. The side judge could be offsides, illegal motion. illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. So Coach Tapp coming right out and taking it to him. So Coach Tapp conferring with the side official there. He didn't see it.
Nope.
Bradley Frost, the quarterback, sophomore for the Blue Devils. You'll have Dresden Copeland at fullback. This time they'll give it on the inside.
Maybe a yard, maybe.
Yeah, Cromwell. And Cromwell had a big game at Kingston.
I wasn't there, but yes, he did.
He had a big game at Kingston.
This is an offense. Defensively, you got to stay in the ball game.
Kelly on the stop for Cofield. 2nd down and 13. Well, this is where you don't want to be. So a quick pitch to Cromwell, and he's going to be hemmed in.
He might have lost a yard. No, they probably give him a little bit.
Micus that time came up and made a big play. They turned it in, and it was Coker who turned it in. And Miklas came up to make the stop. 3rd down and 12. Well, this is not what Coach Tapp wants. You want to stay down in distance.
Well, he wants to get some first downs here to run the clock a little bit too. Fumble.
And the ball is on the ground. Frost will recover, but it'll be 4th down for the Blue Devils. So the Blue Devils now on their first possession. Acosta will come in and punt for the Blue Devils. It's Lau. And Jones deep for Cofield. It's going to be an end-over-end kick taken by Jones at about the 37-yard line. And Jones has got running room around the left side. Still on his feet, makes the turn, gets it all the way down to the Blue Devil 27-yard line. I thought there could be a block in the back over there on the side. Let's look right here and see as he makes the turn, and it's actually his teammate coming back from right there, coming back and right. Well, he didn't hit him. He didn't hit him. That's why you don't throw the flag.
Right.
Hammers first
Lord
down
have mercy.
For Cofield. Labor Day sale at Hammers.
It's be a big one.
McKinney brings him up from the shotgun. Looking, rolling out, has a man open, and it's Lau, and Lau will be at the 17-yard line. Well, they just have so many weapons.
And that's his. I think that's probably his favorite target offensively is the Lau kid.
Plenty of time.
Open, wide open again. There's just a hole right there for some reason, just wide open.
Plenty of time to throw. Nice catch by Lau. Another Hammers first down from the 17-yard line. 7:18 left, first quarter of play. This is Cofield's second possession. This time they'll give it to the fullback, and he's hit and hit hard by the Blue Devils. Coca on the stop from his middle linebacker position. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Big Tyler Williams, the senior for Cofield. Tell you what, the center and guard's pretty good sized boys.
They all are up front.
This time McKinney's going to keep it, and he'll get it down to about the 13-yard line, and that time fighting off the blocker for Harriman was Gilbert. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 6 for Cofield. And the official timeout, we've got an injured player.
Looks like number 5.
5 or 50-something. 51.
Is it 51? Okay, I can just see
like
the 5.
51.
Looks like he might have hurt his ankle.
So that would be Pennington for the Blue Devils. 6:11 left in the first quarter. And Cofield in the red zone again. McKinney still in the shotgun, looking across the middle, complete. Touchdown, Cofield. And he hits Jones coming out of the backfield.
And it hits him in stride, too. Pretty ball, pretty ball.
So you see him make the cut at the top
Boom.
of your screen, and there he is. Tell you, McKinney's got a nice release, quick release, too. And you don't have to spend much time on your progression, do you? I mean, he's got the reads.
He's got them.
Kick is, I believe that one missed. No good. Wide to the right. So with 6 minutes left in the first quarter, 13-0 Cofield.
Attention, all hunters, outdoorsmen, and preppers.
It's military surplus time at Hammers. You'll find over 20 different worldwide Army surplus items like ghillie suits, U.S. and Swiss sleeping bags, German safety vests, combat shirts, and more, priced from 99 cents to $69.95. Plus, there's our most popular item, 12x12 camo nets. Hurry, quantities are limited.
At ease,